Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight we're going to be playing more Victor practice, but I have something more specific in mind. So I'm going to be on the Tunic list tonight. I'm kind of going back and forth and playing a few different things to see what I like and just kind of how I feel about the deck and the meta game right now. But tonight I'm going to be looking to specifically test into Prism. I feel like Prism and Victor is like one of those matchups where like Prism is definitely favored. Like I think it's a bad matchup for us, but I'm curious to know if being on, if being on Time Skippers and Double Hammer is able to help. I'm very skeptical about whether it's like truly able to help or not. But I am curious to try it out and see what happens and how it feels tonight. So we're looking at Time Skippers to see how that looks into Prism. I'm going to be looking for Prism games pretty much all night. I'm trying to test that matchup to see how it feels. We might also look at trying to test into like KO a little bit or into Rhinar. Probably into KO if I had to guess, just to try and get like maybe or KO or Levia. I had to give up some cards into that I would have normally used in that matchup. So we're looking to try a little bit of different things tonight and see how it feels. Hey, Bam, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? All right, without further ado, we have the Tunic list up. Let's looking for Prism. We're request undo CC. And this will probably be what we're doing most of the night, trying to figure this matchup out to see what I can find and how we can move forward. Oh Lord, I can already feel dinner causing indigestion. I'm good, man. How are you? But dude, you're not getting my shirts, man. You're not getting my shirts. All right, so looking at Prism, we're gonna play both Miller's Grindstone and Titan's Fist. We're on Crown of Providence, Tunic, Gloves, and Time Skippers. We're on Null Rune Gloves. And then we're not on Trounces or Pummels because I don't think Pummels are really the answer. And we're going to be hoping to play against Lag Prism tonight. We're going to hope that like nobody's like playing, that nobody is trying to play, nobody's trying to play Iris Prism into us. If they're trying to play Iris Prism into us, I think we're going to be in a world of trouble tonight. I was like, Ben, as a Hawaiian shirt man yourself, I assume you understand why I can't give you my Hawaiian shirts. All right. Okay. So we can Arsenal the Rouse for potential go again hand, which I think is better. I think that's what we want to be doing. So I think we're just going to swing the Grindstone at the Merciful Retribution, and we'll just pay to AB1 here, Arsenal to Rouse, and then try to set up. We always have the Tunic to, or I'm sorry, the Crown to crown it away if we need to, but I do think that it is a good play to put the Rouse in Arsenal. Excuse me. We could also heave the Thunderquake, but I think we're better off arsenaling the Rouse and trying to keep 3 cards here. Hey, John, what's up, brother? How are you? For throwing apples at someone, but they started it? What did they start? I want to know what they started. I am intrigued to hear what was started at Walmart. Yeah, let's do that. Outmuscle is also like a very good card. It's not, Outmuscle's not really great for go again. Outmuscle's better because I like Outmuscle because it's a popper. Like it just plays well with the popper game. I like that about it. It's a popper, but it also like has go again into angels, so it gets a lot of value there. Ben is referencing a lot of like old jokes that we have. He said, "Where are those batteries at again?" For what it's worth, in case anybody's wondering, anytime I'm attacking my opponent, I will be attacking with the Titan's Fist, not the Miller's Grindstone, unless we are like at late in the game, second cycle, and I know what I'm like trying to pitch for, unless I know like what their pitch stack is. But even I was like, we're just going to be throwing the Titan's Fist. Well, I mean, I don't think we want to crown anything here. I like the card in my arsenal pretty well. It's a pretty good card here. I was like, we're going to hope they don't have Angelic Wrath, but I imagine since they gave up the Dreamweavers there that they do have it. I was like, because there's no world where they're going to give up Dreamweavers for this if we can still actively block 5. So that's pretty tough. All right, so we take 2. They took 11 really to be able to like put this into play. I'm curious to know if they're going to flip Erudition or not, because like them drawing 2 cards here like really isn't that impressive, but I mean, it's not bad. I say it's not that impressive because like if they drew 2 cards off the Erudition, they would have no soul and they wouldn't really have anything crazy to do. Let's use Tunic here, and then we'll just throw 8 Dominate here at our opponent. Like, we'll just go all in on pushing some damage here and see what they do. This is a really bad hand, and depending on what they have, like, this could line up pretty poorly for us here. I mean, because we have to have triple blue to be able to, like, do the thing here. They don't have an Arclight out. Okay. They target Soraya. That's fine. I mean, we're going to do everything we can to, like, try and kill the Soraya here. If they happen to put... if they happen to, like, put an Arclight into play, then we're in a pretty bad spot here. With our triple red and 1 yellow hand. But, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Vajith? How are you, buddy? Okay. I mean, yeah, this is tough. This is a tough scene here. This is a better card to have in Arsenal. So I think we're going to attack the Arclight Sentinel and pitch everything and then Arsenal the Zealous Belting. This is what we want to do. I don't think they have enough cards in Soul to really like get the whole loop going yet. So I think we're just going to be looking at trying to keep some of our cards here to be able to... So they do draw 2 cards, but they don't... I don't know. We're going to try and keep triple blue here. That is the goal. Okay. So, like, I don't even need to... We could have just blocked some damage there. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, man. Yeah, I mean, we can just kill the Angel here. And then, I mean, so even if we did crack the Time Skippers, like, one, it's not worth it here, but even if we did, like, we're not really, like, accomplishing a lot, I feel like. So we're just going to pitch the Debilitate here and kill the Genesis. The Genesis is more important because it gives them the ability to try and, like, have a pop-off turn. And I'm going to Arsenal the Spinal Crush here. This is not good for us, so I think what we're going to do is block 6. And then if they have another Popper, or if they have another Herald to throw at us, this is a good turn cycle for us. This is how we want this to line up, because now we get to kill the Passing Mirage. And we've now gotten through the Rebirth. I'm sorry, we haven't gotten through the Rebirth, but we've gotten through the Soraya, so like this is a good setup for us. I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate for us. There's not much we can do about it there. I mean, we could actively make the decision to pitch Time Skippers here, but I really don't want to pitch Time Skippers in case they do decide to go all in on the Rebirth plan, which it feels like they're not very far away from doing right now, but... I mean, they just keep, like, not being able to, like... They put 2 auras into play, and then they just end up not being able to, like, really punish me for, like, having to take the turn off to try to kill back-to-back auras. Now, this hand is not good at all. If we go 5 go again, putting the choke slam on the bottom, we can then throw the Command and Conquer at them. Which, like, is not the best thing in the world, but it's fine. Yeah, Liam, we're trying something tonight. This is something that I'm trying tonight to see how I feel about it. This is like, I've heard a couple of people have suggested this to me, and I haven't really like had much of a thought about it, if I'm being honest. I think we're just gonna kill the Pierce Reality since they gave us a Soul Shield from the Arsenal. But I don't know. I'm looking to test this and see how it feels tonight. So we're just going to give Test of Strength and Sink Below here, I think. But yeah, we're trying Time Skippers and Double Hammer tonight to see how it feels. And to see if there's like if this is like a good play for us. And how we feel into it. We're going to put the Thunk on the bottom, draw into the Rouse, which is fine. It's like they didn't pitch any, they pitched a blue there, so we're just going to throw this at them. They do have a gold, which I guess like they could use to draw a card, but I think considering that we got through like one of the scarier early turns of the game and we still have Time Skippers intact, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now as far as the game's concerned, but we're still gonna like tread carefully here the rest of the game because Prism is capable of setting up and like trying to like punish us here. With yeah, so we're trying to use Time Skippers like just like you said, strictly as a way to be able to kill double aura. So Time Skippers and Double Hammer with like if you have 3 blues, Time Skippers and Double Hammer, you're actually able to like get out of the loop so that they can't like loop you anymore. There are times when I have tried using Time Skippers to kill like other things to like also like it's not just to get us out of the loop, but it's also to like I think there are some board states that we actually like literally just have to have Time Skippers to even have a chance to win the game. And so like that's kind of like what I'm trying tonight, kind of what I'm playing into to see how I feel about it and how I like it. As the like this is so I played 3 games before the stream today. Man, we're getting a lot of like really awkward hands here. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. I've played 3 games before the stream today to like get a sense of how it feels into this matchup. And I went 2-1 playing it, but I am not 100% sure. Did my opponent just concede? All right, I guess I just got tired of playing there. Yeah, normally the game would take a lot longer than that, but I think they just realized that like after a while, like, oh no, their hand literally didn't block. Wow. Yeah, no, their hand just like literally did not block. Okay, well, there's one game in like through our belt there that worked out pretty well for us. Thanks, John. I appreciate that, man. This is a matchup that like I think is going to be like this Prism is becoming more and more popular. So I'm trying to look at alternative options to see how we can have it set up to try and combat this. Yeah, Vijith, he was all no blocks right there. Like there was like he didn't have any cards that like blocked in his hand, which is very unfortunate for our opponent right there. That and Library doesn't pitch for anything. Like that was really bad for my opponent. I do have to say the one thing I am very concerned about is playing the only piece of equipment that I like want to block with is Crown of Providence. So like I think that like that's a little scary. I'm wondering if this should be the Gauntlets of Iron Will to potentially be able to just like for the potential to be able to block more efficiently, but I don't know. Truly, I don't know. We're just going to pitch stack a little bit and put the Out Muscle here in our arsenal because Out Muscle is a good card to like protect us from like Angel and Aura. So we're going to go 2 cards into the deck, the first one being Spinal Crush. So our first pitch deck card is going to be Spinal Crush. I love the update. Shows their hand in arsenal. Yeah, no, Brad, that is really cool. I am actually like a really big fan of that. I do think that is really neat. So we are going to block like this. I mean, they could if they want to use Halo here, I think I'm okay with that. Like, wholeheartedly, I think if they want to use Halo here, I'm okay with that. I mean, we can't throw the Rouse here, but we can throw the Out Muscle. Like, we can just throw the Out Muscle and Arsenal the Rouse. It's not as good, but it is good. So we can throw it and just try to, like, draw a card out of their hand here. Try to apply some pressure this way. Just try to apply some pressure. Yes, so Azalea is up there, and don't get me wrong, like, it's definitely a matchup that you can lose, John, but I feel very confident into Azalea. Like, the overall game plan feels pretty good, but, like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a game you can lose. We're 3 cards into pitch stack. Okay, I like this hand because it allows us to go 7, go again, and then kill the Merciful, which is pretty solid. We get to attack them, reveal this and this. Semper, we're, I mean, there's ProQuest this weekend. I have a ProQuest this weekend and then have another ProQuest the following weekend. And then we're also just like kind of preparing for nationals a little bit. So, it's like all kind of tournament prep, I guess, to answer your question. Vajith, I'm not sure what's going on there. This is something that's been going on Talishar today. I'm thinking there might be like a code issue. Every time I've swung a hammer today, I have found it in the graveyard, which has been like pretty weird. Let's go like this. Hey Capello, what's up, man? I think that a lot of people are on lag only. Like, I don't think a lot of people are playing Iris Switchboard. I think that like there's a lot of lag only going around right now, and so I think that that's why you're seeing a lot of people run the new Luminaris into me. So let's see. We just went cards 3 and 4 last turn. And then we have you know what? Honestly, guys, I'm not even gonna like spend the game like trying to rack my brain about keeping up with the perfect pitch stack here because like I know that there's a Spinal Crush in the first hand and it's playable. That's important. And then set up a library pretty early. And then past that, I know that we have Paupers in the hands after that. So just join us all 2 hammers. Dude, Trent, this is yeah, Trent. We're trying Time Skippers and Double Hammer to see if it's enough to try and help me beat the lag-only version of Prism. Both winners last weekend were on both weapons? Oh, okay, so I haven't seen the updated list, I guess, then. I did not realize that people were on Iris now as like a pivot plan. One of the games that I played earlier today was against a Iris Prism, and I mean, that matchup's just abysmal. Like, I don't think there's anything you can do into that matchup, if I'm being honest. Like, when somebody's playing Iris Prism, like, you might be able to run like 3 copies of blue lead to charge in your sideboard and like Time Skippers and try to make that happen, but like that feels like a lot of cards for a matchup that you may or may not get there with. I don't know. What was put in there off of the Genesis? The Herald of Triumph? Yeah, so we're going to hammer down the Genesis here, pitching let's pitch the Cranial Crush. We have to like kill the Genesis on site. Like, that is a kill on site kind of thing. And then, I mean, yeah, let's heave the Thunderquake. Like, we might as well, right? This hand's interesting, to say the least. Running Out Muscle in his Victor deck. Yeah, dude, I get that, Semper, because like it's one of those cards that like I wasn't really considering. I didn't really think about existing for a while until I got to it was one of those cards that like I also kind of forgot existed until I started seeing people running it in the Victor deck, and I actually really like it in the Victor deck. Like, it's like very good in the Victor deck, I think. Oh, making that extra vigor there, Value Town. Both. There were a lot more than 2 Prism wins this past weekend. Capello said both winners last weekend. I assume that he meant San Francisco and the other Battle Harden that happened last weekend. I assume that's what Capello was talking about. Yeah, there was quite a few Prism wins from RTNs, but I think he was talking about Battle Harden specifically. I was gone for 10 minutes. Yeah, we did bury that kid. We did that did line up pretty well for us to get that guy. So the surges pop. I honestly think I'm just going to throw the Thunderquake at the Passing Mirage. It's kind of a waste. Well, yeah. No, let's do that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We're still going to kill the Passing Mirage, but I think this is fine. I mostly just want to clear out my arsenal so I can put the CNC in there. CNC is like the best like 2-card hand that I can have, short of like Chokeslam. So Oliver and Zach, the San Francisco Battle Harden, and the ProQuest at San Francisco. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And have enough room to make that work. I think so, John. I'm gonna be honest. I don't super know if I'm being honest. Like, I know that a lot of people for a while were talking about how like they were having trouble finding room for both Luminaris and for Iris and for the pivot plan to work. But I did hear like apparently it's working. So that's but apparently it is working, so that's good. I definitely should have blocked with these 2 cards in the first one that came through. That was a mistake on my part. We'll just go ahead and throw the Command and Conquer at him here. We've done a pretty good job of keeping the board clear. Not that our opponents really like pressured the board in a bad way, but we do have time skippers available to us still. So Semper, I'm going to be honest, man. It is one of the tougher matchups. Like as Victor, this is one of the harder matchups you have in the metagame right now. That's why you're seeing me like honestly, like we're testing tonight, and like I'm trying to tech for the matchup a little bit because it is a very difficult matchup to play into. Like wholeheartedly, 100%. Like I firmly believe this is a tough matchup. I think anybody that's playing Victor that tells you this is not a hard matchup, like just isn't playing against good Prisms, is what I would tell you. But this is a very hard matchup, in my opinion. The best tip that honestly that I can give you is that you want to try and arsenal a Go Again card when you can, because having Go Again cards in your arsenal makes it to where you can have you can block with 2 cards, keep 2 cards in your hand, and then still Go Again card into Angel, and then hammer an Aura, which is like one of the best things you can be doing into Prism. So that's the biggest piece of advice I would give, honestly. Since San Francisco and the deck list of Oliver was super lean and fit both strategies very well. I mean, I believe it. Like if people are figuring it out, people are figuring it out. So like I wholeheartedly believe that. What's the video called Hybrid Prism that won an event? Yeah, that's probably what Alan posted. Like Alan's pretty on top of like deck lists that are popular that people are playing. So like I dare say that's what it was. And I'm definitely going to be looking at that because if people are playing Iris Prism, like I was talking to Naib about this, and he was playing Betsy at the Battle Harden. He top 8'd on Betsy and lost to the Iris Prism in the top 4. And like I just like he was saying that like I don't think you can do it with time skippers and 3 lead to charges, and I'm curious to know like how true that may or may not be. I think we're gonna take 4 here. Honestly, I think if we take 4, we can. Yeah, if we take 4, we can probably pop something with a Spinal Crush, take a little bit more damage, and then throw the Zealous Belting at the Angel, and then throw the Hammer at an Aura they put into play, or at something else. Yeah, absolutely, man. Happy to help in any way that I can. Yo, let's go. Liam. Lord, after my voice cracks, good God. Liam with the big hydrate. I already got water ready to go. Big hydrate coming at you. Okay, My opponent puts a Genesis into play and an Arclight. Okay. So, the good news for us is that we have already seen one tome gone by the wayside. And there's none pitched over here. There's none in here, is there? No. Okay. So the good news for us is that since Tunic is up, we can try to get out of this lock that they have managed to set up right here. Oh, excuse me. This is the combo. They have an Arclight, they have Rebirth that they can put it back on top, and then draw into it and then play it. So what we can do is activate Time Skippers. Hammer the Arclight, pitching a blue. Now this works better with triple blue, but with Tunic and double red it works. So we're going to hammer away the Arclight Sentinel. Our opponent's going to say okay to that. We're going to pop Tunic. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand, which is fine. And then we're going to go ahead and kill the draw card Angel here. I think this is the best things that we can kill right here. We're killing the Angel that enables them to draw here. Now, with Genesis and Rebirth, they can actually still flip Rebirth, and then they can attack me. And if they have a tome, they can draw the Genesis, or I'm sorry, they can draw the Arclight Sentinel. So, like, we're still kind of, like, not in the best spot in the world here, but that was what Time Skippers is for right there, was to clear that out. Yeah, Capello, I think, honestly, man, I think all of us wanted coverage because, like, the thing I've noticed is that, like, yeah, this hand is something else. But I think that, like, the thing that I've noticed is that all of us want... Yeah, we're gonna do this here. All of us want to see coverage. Like, even when I was playing ProQuest last weekend, I'd pull up coverage in between rounds and watch it. Like, I think everybody wants to see that. Like, everybody wants coverage on some level. This also counts as a really good card to Arsenal, because it is technically requires 4 cards with the Time Skippers, but it does work if you don't have enough blues. Like, if you have 2 blues in hand and you don't have Tunic up and this is in your arsenal, you can keep a 4th card and try to kill multiple things. So we are going to E-Strike the Genesis, putting an E-Strike on the bottom, and we'll pick go again. It doesn't matter what we pick, but we're going to put that on the bottom, and we're going to kill the Genesis here. The Pierce Reality we can play around. We cannot, like, the Genesis is something we need to kill on sight. Would it be better to keep it for when they turn up the Rebirth? Why would we have drawn a card there, Vajith? All right, keep what, Liam? Are you talking about the Time Skippers? If you're asking me about that, it's because if I didn't kill both the draw card Angel and I didn't kill both the thing, we were in the loop. Like, the loop was there. And based off the hand I drew, I would not have been able to activate Time Skippers and kill them and kill everything. I needed to take the value that I could get when I had it, in my opinion. Are you saying that killing the draw card Angel was the most important thing there, Sam? Yeah, I mean, like, that's definitely why I didn't do it, Liam. Because I 100% believe that getting the Angel off the field that draws a card, the Rebirth Angel, the Soraya, the Rebirth Angel, and getting, like, if you can do that and, like, oh, excuse me, clear some things off the board, that's the best way to go about it, 100%, in my opinion. Not as my fault? What do you mean it's your fault, Vajith? I'm not sure what you mean, buddy. I think we're just gonna attack them. Like, I think we're just gonna go again at them, putting the Macho Grande on the bottom. Then we'll swing the hammer at the Pierce Reality, Arsenal to sink below. Because if they do manage to set up another hand where they get to put... If they set up a hand where they're able to put, like, something into play and Passing Mirage, and we're forced to kill the other thing instead of the Passing Mirage, we're then living in a world where we have the Sink Below as a bailout card in our arsenal, and that's one of the reasons I bring it in this matchup over Pummel, because I think there are more utilization situations. There are more situations we can utilize to sink below over pummel, because most of the time we are trying to clear the board and play defense as opposed to actually trying to play offense. We're not playing offense as often as I think most people think, personally. Yeah, I was like, John, I would explain that again, but I just did. But yeah, no, I mean, like, this is like one of the things that I was talking about. Like, I cut red debilitates from my deck to make room for other cards. So in doing that, I have given up points into other matchups to try and make the Prism matchup better. And so like, it's kind of like, did I cut off my nose to spite my face here? Like, that's kind of like my question that I'm wondering, that we're kind of testing out tonight. He didn't pitch a yellow, so this doesn't have go again. Which, I mean, that's fine. Like, yeah, I think we use time skippers very effectively based off of how the game has played out so far. Like, that feels like we had a very efficient use of time skippers this game to, like, keep things clear. And to be on the right path here. We're going to kill the passing Mirage, and I'm going to keep the out muscle in my hand in case they decide to flip into, like, an angel here randomly. Yo, Caleb, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Yep. And then, I mean, this is a pretty good hand. Like, we only have, well, I mean, I guess technically we have 2 poppers, depending on how you, like, want to look at the situation, but when our opponent's putting 1 aura into play, we are just going to, we're just going to be repetitively winning this game over and over and over again when our opponent's only putting 1 aura into play, because it gives us an opportunity to, like, take our go again cards, to throw them at them, and then to actually, like, kill the aura with a hammer, which is insane. So, like, I think this is like one of the things, like, this is like one of the situations where, like, I do worry about who we're playing against us playing Prism online, and like how, like, what kind of reps we're getting in against people. But like, I think that's the best option we have. I forgot to pull up the team testing spreadsheet. Let's see here. Sheets. House of Cards testing. Oh, a lot of games on here from today. Dude, I'm already liking this, spreadsheet that I've got put up here. This is great. Like, the team and I decided that we should put together, like, a spreadsheet for all of us to be able to see all of our testing all the time, and I'm so glad that we did. I'm very glad that we did that today. Not liking this Prism tech to overpower ban skipper. Are you saying ban time skippers, Caleb? Oh, dude. You're killing me, man. Hey, pitch 2 cards to play a tome? I mean, alright, deal. And then they're gonna just, like, put a Merciful into play? I mean, yeah, like, this is perfectly okay with me, because we're just gonna throw the Rouse at them. It is a breakpoint, so I imagine with 5-card hand, my opponent probably gives us 2 cards, takes nothing, and then what we'll do is we'll pitch the out muscle to prevent the arcane barrier, or to AB it, and then we will throw Cranial Crush into Merciful Retribution, and then use the Tunic to prevent that section of AB. So Caleb's like, I'm upset that you guys have Prism tech. Here's a big hydrate. Drown yourself. Okay, or my opponent takes more damage than I thought they would. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna pay. And then I'm gonna attack the Merciful Retribution. I'm gonna go ahead and float the Tunic here because we know the arcane damage is coming. There's nothing else we can do to stop anything they've set up here. I'm pretty surprised they just decided to take 3 though. And then we'll just prevent that with the Tunic, making good use of our Tunic resource here, at least as good as it can be. They're going to play Tome of Divinity now, okay? They still have 5 cards going into their turn. Gotta hate Tome of Divinity. At least it's gone now. I mean, I guess technically... So when the Figment is action card, Rebirth is yellow card. Okay. I mean, the good news is that, like, even if they do flip and attack us here, like, they can't really get us here. There's nothing that can, like, blow us out or anything. Oh, they have an Arclight. They have an Arclight in their hand they're going to play. Okay. So, are they playing this now? Yeah, so they're doing this now for Tome. And then I think the idea is that they're going to try and loop us by just attacking over and over and over again. I think that's like what my opponent's wanting to go for here. Well, we don't have lead to charges in, so like I guess if we're forced to attack this Arclight and then they get to do it over and over again, like, have we been looped? I mean, they have to have soul to do it, right? So they have to be able to like actually keep soul, but like, they're like well on their way to looping us, it looks like. We're going to put red disable on the bottom. Oh, okay. Moto bug. That's cool. And then they'll randomly just get to add in other auras. I mean, like, this could be, like, this could very well be, like, a bad spot for us. We could be in a very bad situation right now. This has Phantasm. I'm just going to pop this. I have no interest in leaving this here. We're going to hammer down the Arclight. And with Library in play, Library, they're just going to keep drawing cards. Hey, Wilbur, what's up? There's one Soul Shield. No, there's still 2 Soul Shields, I think, left. There's still 2 Soul Shields left, John. I'm good, Wilbur. I'm good. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I think this is what we're doing here. Caleb, by the way, I did a big hydrate just a minute ago, so my cup's empty. Actually, you know what? Let's refresh. Are they waiting on us? No, they're just sitting there. I'm gonna fill it up from my water bottle here. Oh yeah, we have to go blue then red because we just went red. Arsenal to sink below. This would be nice to be able to do this. Hey, what's up, Michael Paul? How are you, buddy? All right, while our opponent's deciding, big hydrate for Caleb. Ooh, okay. I mean, so if we can keep our opponent off of soul, we might be in a good spot. How many Mercifuls have they played? All of them? Okay, well, that's good for us at least. Oh, dear God. Shoo. Whoever just said I'm never dehydrated, bro. I felt that, though. I felt that. That was John, dude. Let's go. Hey, Havoc, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? And by the way, Havoc, for what it's worth, I know that your name's Zach also. I just call like everybody like by their I like to call like everybody with the name Zach by their stream name, by their YouTube or like Twitch name, because I think it's so much easier than like trying to call everybody Zach. So I mean, if they like, they only have 2 more turns of being, or 3 more turns of being able to do this. So they basically have a 3-turn clock of being able to like put something really good together. We just keep having sink belows here. Like, The problem is going to be when they're able to put in like a passing mirage with the when they're going to be able to put in like a passing mirage with that. I think that's going to be the real problem here. We just put a Rouse on the bottom. So I think we'll just go ahead and sync this again here. I think this is okay. We went Rouse Macho, right? We went Rouse Macho, I'm pretty sure, last turn. So we can put the wall up on the bottom. I think that's fine. Got my butt whooped by Victor. Oh, just like all the go against stuff? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So, Michael Paul, one, were you playing Prism? And two, were they on double hammer and time skippers? Is that what they were doing as well? So Brad, we took the turn earlier, Brad, to like we took turn earlier to kill Soraya, the angel that draws cards, which is truly the part of the combo that like we have to be able to kill. And we killed a Genesis earlier. So I mean, like, we set up and like killed two very pivotal pieces here to like clear off what they were doing. I think I used time skippers in a very like I feel like I used time skippers in an extremely like good fashion, if I'm being honest. Like, it felt like a very like a very good use of time skippers when I used it here. But like, the longer the game has went on, it has felt like it has been a little bit worse. Sam plays a lot of Victor, and he said that he liked what we were doing, that he liked when we used time skippers there. So, busy day at work, now just eating dinner, and I completely get that. Well, dude, I know what it's like to have a busy day, man. I'm glad you're finally at home and able to relax and hang out a little bit, dude. Better late than never, right? Can't let a game. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Soraya is insane. Like, Soraya is like very busted in my opinion. Like, she can do a lot of really dumb stuff. I mean, yeah, we're just like, this is now they have one more turn of being able to put it on top. And then once they're going to put Arclight Sentinel on top this turn. They're going to have one more turn of putting Arclight Sentinel on top. Oh no, they're going for the no Phantasm play here. Okay. They must have the buff here, I assume. I could only assume that it's time for the buff. Like, I don't know what else they would be doing if they didn't have the buff here. We'll go ahead and crown away a Buckling Blow, I guess, and just, like, cycle through the deck a little bit. Yeah, I was like, I have to assume that it's the buff here. That, like, the Dream Weavers and Erudition combo is, like, specifically designed for the blue Angelic Wrath. It's also another reason that I think it might be beneficial for me to have the Gauntlets of Iron Will there. But I just, like, I think Null Rune Gloves is just too important here. Yeah, no, Brad, I didn't take that as, like, a bad criticism in any way, man. Like, and it's like, when I say things tonight, like, I'm kind of, like, learning this matchup, I feel like, overall as a whole as well. Now, like, this is terrifying. But, I mean, like, I do feel like I am kind of, like, learning everything as a whole for myself as well. If he's not able to put in... If he's not able to put in the ALS here, then we're, like... We're living strong here. Because, like, if he doesn't put in the ALS... I can just, like, Zealous into the Rebirth, and then hammer into the Bologna. But, like, I imagine he's going to be able to do it here. I'm going to take 4 and, like, actually physically force him to do it. Because if he doesn't flash it in here... Okay, he does have it. All right, I figured so. Yeah, if they can get a Genesis out here, like, this is, like, if they could have put, like, a Passing Mirage into play or, like, a Genesis, like, we could have been in, like, real trouble here. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to keep it longer. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm really supposed to hang on to it here. We have We have this turn where we're going to be forced to attack the Arclight Sentinel one more time. And then after that, we are going to be able to keep a couple of cards. So I'm not going to block here. I'm going to take 4 because this 4 damage is worth making sure that I can block whatever happens here. If he has double Herald of Triumph here with Go Again, then I am able to actually block 1 with a Golden Sun, and then I'm able to go Buckling Blow and Thunk, or it's probably go double Thunk, honestly, would be the play. And then I would swing the hammer at the Arclight Sentinel, but I guess he can't really, like... Okay, so I know I can safely block here now because, like, there's nothing... Sorry, I should definitely block with one of the Thunks here. They're just worse than the Buckling Blow. Yeah, so I did have a sync earlier that we actually ended up giving away, but I did have a sync earlier. I think I used all of them on the Angels. I had to make a decision earlier of whether I wanted to Arsenal a sync below or whether I wanted to Arsenal a Go Again card, and I wanted to Arsenal the Go Again card for when we do break the loop. But again, like, I don't know, like, if that would have been better. Was indeed Prism. No, they didn't have double hammer or time skips. Double hammer is interesting, but it's weird they weren't running time skippers. Okay, so you just weren't able to, like, really, like, make anything happen, it sounds like, and that's unfortunate, man. I hate to hear that. Again, we're taking 4. We have the life to, like, take the damage here to make sure that we can clean up these Angels. Yeah, I do. Like, Michael Paul, like, do you feel like you're favored in this matchup? Because I think you're favored in this matchup. Like, as the Prism player, I think you are definitely favored. I'm going to block with an 8 because if he does have, like, the Triumph Figment to flash in here or something, like, I don't think he can with just 2 cards in hand, but just in case, we're just playing it safe regardless. And then we're going to block with the Thunk. We're going to kill both of the Angels, and that should pretty much wrap up the game from here. Hey! Annabelle, how are you? We went to Rebirth first. Yep. We're just clearing out everything, and at this point, now from here, the rest of the game, like, we're at 19. They don't have that many auras left. Like, they have some auras left that we do have to kill, but, like, not many that scare me. And we still have some really good Go Again hands. I believe this was our first pitch stack Go Again hand, and then our next hand might have an Outmuscle in it. I'm not... Don't quote me on that, but I think good. I think that's what it is. Played Blood on the Clock Tower all day. What is that? Is that a video game or is that like a card game? Daniel's in the yes. I have to stock up Soul Merciful helps. If I can't get a board going, then it just feels bad. I mean, that's fair. I guess, like, if you're not able to, like, really put anything together, and I'm able to just, like, sit here and repetitively, like, just, like, pop everything you're doing and just, like, being like, pop this, kill that, blah 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 blah. Like, I guess, like, the game can definitely go my way. I am not saying that the game, like, never goes my way, but I do think that... But, like, I do think that, like, you are more favored into the matchup. I do think that, like, it's a bad matchup for me, personally. Genesis, and, like, in any of the turns where they had me looped, if they were able to play Genesis and able to play Arclight Sentinel, that would have been good. I don't know how that's even possible, though. So they'd have to have 3 blues. Their hand would have to be... Okay, so the only way that's possible is if they had Genesis at Arsenal, and then they had 3 blues and a yellow. Their hand would have to be 3 blues, a yellow, and an Arclight. I guess it could technically be 3 blues, 2 yellows, and an Arclight. So I guess it's, like, not completely crazy that that could happen. Yes, I do agree that this Prism, like, has felt like they have a better understanding of their role in the matchup than the last Prism we played. I do agree with that 100%. It's a social deduction game. It's like Werewolf. Oh, dude, I love Werewolf. That's a game we play. Carly and I play with my family when we go and hang out with them. That's like a game that we play. I'm a really big fan of that game. It's honestly kind of funny because it just ends up being my family screaming at each other for like an hour when we play, but it is pretty funny. My dad immediately thinks he's like judge, jury, and executioner of everything that happens ever when we play. So, okay. So I'm going to give the Spinal Crush here, like, just because I think it's the... Yeah, it's just the best thing we're doing here. We're going to throw Zealous Belting at them, pitching the Macho. And then we're going to hammer the Genesis here and then Arsenal the E-Strike. I was like, do they realize that they're at 5? But people feel even more vindicated because everyone has a special power. Oh, so like playing Werewolf with special powers was like an interesting concept. I think that would be like a fun thing to try. Okay, so there's an out muscle. Yeah, we're just going to give the protection, or I'm sorry, give the Chokeslam to pop the protection. And then even if they do pitch a card, it doesn't matter here. Let's put this on the bottom for 5 go again. At this point in the game, like, we've already won. This is just the cleanup game where, like, we're having to, like, go through the motions and play everything. We've already won this game. Like, we're trying to get to where the game is actually over, at this point in the game. They, like, our opponent played well to, like, all of the things here. Yeah, they just realized the game's over. At this point in time, 23 turns, that feels more accurate. Yeah, so they could have blocked there. They just decided not to. But yeah, that game felt like our opponent, like, I feel like the game could have gone very poorly for us when we were like set up. I felt pretty comfortable about where we were at, and it feels like that game could have actually went pretty poorly for us there, all things considered. Okay, before I look for another game, I'm going to update our team spreadsheet over here real quick. So let's see. I played Victor into Prism. Before I played today, I played 3 games. So the 3 games there, the 2 games here. I went first, and second earlier today. And then I just went second. I went second, and then I went first because I got to pick. And I think we always want to go first. We got a win. And we got a win, and a loss. Used time skippers to clear, combo, and push damage. I mean, I feel like that's like kind of like the notes and like all the games that I'm winning here. There's a couple of them that I'm going to put some extra notes in. Opponent seemed out of touch with the matchup. We're going to make notes on that game. And then I'm going to put loss to Iris pivot build. Okay. I like seeing all the games that are getting put in here. Like seeing I think seeing everybody's testing data instead of just mine is going to be very good for the entire team. I think it's going to be good for everybody, honestly. No Rolls Barred is a good channel to watch. Oh, do they play that game? Do they play the game you're talking about? Is this, I think we might have played against this person earlier. I can't remember. Might have been earlier. Hey, Max, what's up, brother? How are you? Dodge, what's going on? How are you, buddy? Just waiting for Jensen to finish maintenance so you can pull for daddy. What? What are you talking about? Oh, man. The use of the term daddy has become very very interesting over the last few years. Hey, Saf, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good luck. Have fun. Good game. Oh, and the games. Hopefully the games are productive. Yeah, I feel like I'm learning quite a bit tonight, man. I appreciate you coming by, though. Hope you sleep well. And catch you some other time, brother. Okay, people are still running lag into me. I'm just going to pass and see what my opponent does. Really high quality. Blood on the clock. Is Genshin Impact? Is that a game? Is that like a video game? I'm sorry. I feel so out of touch sometimes when people talk to me about video games. Like, if I'm not playing cards, I'm, like, hanging out with Carly, and, like, we play Fortnite a lot. So, like, that's really, like, the #1 video game I play. Yes, sir. Max trying to grind out Victor indeed. Trying to get Victor feeling nice into the Prism matchup. So we're trying double hammer and time skippers tonight. Hey, you won your armory? Let's go, dude. That's exciting, man. I'm happy to hear that. Not a like, I kind of want to apply pressure with the Zealous belting here, but I also want to go again card in my arsenal to like be able to clear things. I think we're just going to send the Zealous belting at our opponent here and like maybe force their hand a little bit here to force damage or something. Gotcha game, but it's great graphics though. Okay, cool. I'll take y'all's word for it. Get a soul shield out pretty early. I mean, that's fine with me. Like, I guess that's the one downfall of me attacking them is that they have the ability to just like soul shield things. I'm attacking them with the boulder drop because I would rather see that out of my deck, if I'm being entirely honest. So we're 2 cards in a pitch stack at this point. I think I'm going to try and keep up with it a little bit better this time around. Let's hammer the Passing Mirage, and then we'll heave the Thunderquake here. So we're 2 cards into pitch stack. We are going to go cards 3 and 4. We're going to go 3, 4, 5, so that the Thunderquake is the 5th card on top, so that we're looking to use that as a way to win our gold for second cycle. Try to keep a Golden Sun here also. Oh, no. Yeah, this is a tough scene here. We're just going to go ahead and give this up. Like, can't do much, so we're just going to block. Hopefully there's no... hopefully there's not a buff here. They also don't have go again, which is really good for us. So you like to see that. Yeah, no, I'm sure we'll play against somebody tonight who's going to bring in Iris against me. It happened to me earlier today. I'm sure it'll happen to me tonight as well. It is a very hard matchup, John. Like, wholeheartedly, it's an extremely tough thing to play into. There's just normally not much we can do about it. Like, not much I can do about it. Victor into Prism. We did get to go first this game. I'm trying to keep up with the live sheet here as we're going through it here. So our opponent just going to take 6. So they have another Soul Shield. No, they take 8. We'll Arsenal the CNC, which is perfectly fine. And then we just went 1 card in. So we're 6 cards into pitch stack. We are 6 cards into pitch stack. Trying to keep up with my pitch a little bit more consistently to try to make sure that I'm playing as optimally as possible throughout the course of the night. Give them the disable. I mean, I'm all about getting any of the red cards I can that don't have go again out of my deck as soon as possible. My boys is on Victor, and he's having a bad time. Coming off Fi is like learning the game again. I mean, dude, going from playing Fi into playing Guardian is like learning the game again. Like, that is, like, honestly so accurate, fam. Like, I feel like you get so much, like, you just, like, I don't know. Like, it's a huge change. So go again is 7. So we're now 7 cards into pitch stack at this point in time. And we have Test of Strength set up to draw into a blue, which means we can block with the Test of Strength pretty confidently, knowing that we're going to have a blue to be able to hammer something, or hammer them if need be. Depends on what the game looks like at that point in time. And then we're just going to go ahead and kill the Passing Mirage here. And then Disable is the 8th card into pitch stack. We're now 8 cards into pitch stack in the bottom of our deck. So the second hand wasn't that great. There wasn't anything that really stood out to me there. Yeah, we'll enable chat. That's fine. I like the idea about the shared spreadsheet. Yeah, sharing info with the team, like with our team, is like the entire idea here. One of our the other guy on our team named Zach actually had the idea, and I was like, that's a fantastic idea. Like we literally, our spreadsheet is like the deck we were playing, who we were playing, like what hero we played against, like the hero we're playing, the hero we played against, whether we went first or second, whether we won or lost, and any notes there. So I think it's pretty cool. It's a good idea, and like I haven't really got to like sit down and look at it today. I had to be at the office today to like help teach, but I am excited to like look at it and see more about it here in a little bit, and like see all the games that people got in today. Am I lagging? Do I need to refresh? They invited me to chat. Sorry, I've not had good hands. I don't know how much this will help, but I like the tech you got going. Oh, I see. Okay, so all right, so my opponent's saying that they've had some pretty rough hands here, which I get. I mean, it happens. It happens to all of us. It is 100% a thing that happens. They said that they had like all blue hand, and that like, I mean, they said that's like less than 1%, according to the hypergeometric calculator. I think that's what it's called. And I mean, I get it. Like, it's tough. Like when you're drawing those rough hands, it's like it's a real feels bad. It is 100% like an actual feels bad here. I'm gonna pitch the Rouse to throw the Command and Conquer. We've also been sitting on the Command and Conquer for like 3 or 4 turns, so there's some possibility that it looks like to my opponent that I have the Pummel. No, they're just gonna play the Tome and then just go into their turn with 3 cards. Okay, I mean, yeah, not bad. Good play for my opponent. This is card number 9 back into pitch stack, which means if we actually draw all the way through into an even 60, which we're not going to because of this hand, we would have Rouse in our second hand. I mean, they have to have a card to put into Soul for the Halo, so it just doesn't matter. They can't really stop it here. Like, I mean, they could have the deduction card from hand, but I don't think they do. I mean, we can just force a card out of their hand, right? Like, we still have multiple E-Strikes. We still have multiple Zealous Beltings and 1 more Out Muscle left in the deck. So let's just let's throw the Out Muscle and let's force them to give us a card with 6 power or better. Not every hand that Prism has can do it. A lot of them do, especially on the lag only version, but not all of them can do it. So I do think that like it's worth forcing them to like maybe make an awkward decision they don't want to entirely make. I want you. You want me. My sugar boo. I'm levitating. They're just gonna let me have go again here? And I'd be surprised, but I won't complain. That's the case. And then I guess we'll just float Tunic and throw the Debilitate at him. Like, okay. So they activate Halo in response to me using Tunic. I'm intrigued by this decision. This should be interesting. They go get Protection. Play Tome. I mean, if he puts Arclight into play, like, he has it in his arsenal, but if he puts Arclight into play here, I'm just going to kill it with a hammer. I really don't understand this play. Okay. I'm very confused right now. I was going to throw the Debilitate at him, but, like, I guess they want to flip the Protection here? Oh, Sentinel, Wrath, and Triumph. Oh, okay, I see. They just had no blocks in hand. Thank you for pointing that out, Alec. I appreciate it. I mean, it's true. They are at 10, so I guess that's fair. Like they are just trying to save life at this point. Thank you for pointing that out. 10 and 11. So we're 11 cards in the pitch stack at this point. I'm going to Arsenal the Wallop pretty much with the idea in mind that we haven't used Crown yet. And now we're just looking to try and get value out of it. I mean, it's not going to be this turn, it appears, but that's okay. We'll just take one. I think that's fine. We're going to kill the Angel. Like, we've done a pretty good job of keeping the board clear. We're just going to stay on top of that. Let's see. Based off the cards we have pitched so far, I think we're going to go... So let's see. We're going to go 12, 13, 14 right here. So we're going to have 14 cards in pitch stack. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go sink below. That's unfortunate. We're going to go sink below, disable, then debilitate. And we're 14 cards into pitch stack at this point. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna kill the Genesis here, like pitching some bad cards. And then this is our Golden Sun for second cycle that we're looking at here. This is 15, 16. We're now 16 cards in a pitch stack at this point. We have pitched 16 cards, and we know that the first card we're looking for is a Spinal Crush, if I remember correctly. Or no, it's a blue. I think we just pitched blues on our first turn. Not entirely sure, but I think it might have just been blues that we pitched. So I think let's just go ahead and give this. This is fine. It's a 7, so like even if they do have the -1 here, like the Figment of Triumph to like put into play, like doesn't matter. So 16 cards into pitch stack. We'll attack them for 5, go again, and we'll call this card number 17 into pitch stack. Right? Because we played the Wallop pitching 2 cards, so we went from 14 to 16, and then E-Strike puts us to 17. So we're 17 cards into second cycle of the game. They give us a Soul Shield pitching Light of Soul. Okay. And they put an Arclight Sentinel into their soul. Sure. Kill the Pierce Reality here. We'll just play it safe. We could probably just like ignore Pierce Realities. But there might no with the Dreamweavers we can't, right? There's just never a world where we can do that with Dreamweavers. Give them the Choke Slam. Got you for 5 minutes of playtime. I mean, yeah, let's just take our Go Again hand. Like we have a Go Again card in Arsenal, so there's no reason to like really to like how many Arclights have we seen? There's 2 out of the deck and 1 they can get back from over here. So we went 17, 18 last turn. This is going to be cards 19 and 20, right? Yeah, we went 17, 18 last turn, so we're going to be 20 cards in the pitch stack now. How do you prioritize which auras to kill on sight? So I think, honestly, like, it's just in my head that some auras are, like, kill on sight immediately, and that some are a little, like we don't have to kill them immediately. Yeah, we're just going to pitch the Spinal Crush here. That's fine. Actually, you know what? Let's pitch the Macho. This is going to be card number 21. Like, you just kind of learn after playing the matchup a little bit, which ones are important to kill and which ones, like, you can kind of let stick around for a while. I also played a lot of OG Prism, so, like, there's a lot of, like, knowledge for me playing that format for a while that, like, helps me with that. I would say that Genesis, we are going to pay. This is going to be 23 cards into pitch stack. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things here at one time, but we're 23 cards into pitch stack, and I would say that one way to, like, ultimately, like, keep up with what you're, like, trying to... That's weird to me. Yeah, like Genesis is kill on sight. I assumed it had to be this, but I don't really know that we can like give them the crown here. Genesis is kill on sight. Merciful's kind of kill on sight. Arclight Sentinel obviously has to be killed on sight. Passing Mirage is kill on sight as soon as you can, I think, in my opinion. But like, I think that Genesis in this version of Prism is the number one angel that you want, or like the number one thing you want to kill on sight. I think that's like a pretty solid golden rule to live by here. I am going to take 4 so that if they don't attack me again, I do have the ability to throw the go again card here. And see, this is perfect for what I want. I have to take 1 damage there. I guess I should have just used the Tunic there. Would have totally been better to use the Tunic there. I would have had 1 counter on it, so that's technically something I missed. Genesis is like kill on sight. That's like the biggest one. Yeah, Putsy says, Genesis, Passing Mirage, Merciful Retribution. I would probably kill Merciful Retribution before I would kill Passing Mirage, just because of like its ability to be able to like fuel the soul. But like, yeah, I think that's a pretty solid list. So I mean, the dual hammer is kind of a meme, Max, to be honest, but like so if they assemble the combo loop here, we're now 25 cards in a pitch deck. If they offer the combo and we have triple blue, or if we have double blue, 2 reds, and a Tunic, I can go Time Skippers and double hammer to break the loop here. That's what the double hammer is for. Dude, get out of here. John trying to tempt me into like throwing the John is actually out here trying to get me to throw that. I will call my dad back later. Actually, you know what? Hang on 1 second, guys. Dude, I swear my dad is such a troll sometimes. I asked him if I could call him back in a couple hours. And he was like in a couple hours, and I was like, yeah, I'm streaming right now. And my dad already thinks that like cards and like streaming is kind of a joke as it is anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, my dad's supportive, but like he thinks it's a joke. And so this seems like a great use of Sink Below, actually. And I was like, hey, can I call you back in a couple hours? And he was like, a couple hours? And he was like, yeah, I guess. He was like, is Carly going to be awake? And I was like, yeah, like, I assume so. Why? And he was like, well, he was like, I got to ask you something, and you're just going to turn around and ask her if it's okay. So, oh, I swear. My dad, dude. My dad. Yeah, no, the double hammer is just to like try and use Time Skipper there, Max. You were 100% correct. That's like the value of all of it. We'll just come in for 7. Force 3 cards out of your hand, or force 2 cards and then a card and a Soul Shield, which is 3 cards out of your hand anyway. It's just 3 cards a different way. The draws must have been very poor for my opponent this game, because like we've like kind of been in the driver's seat all game. We haven't had to use Time Skippers at all. We haven't even had to make the decision to use Time Skippers yet tonight, which I think like kind of says all I need to know. Pitch stat count. Good question. So the Sink Below. So we pitched a blue to go to 26 for the hammer. Sink Below was 27. E-Strike was 28. So our next card, we're 28 cards into the deck. which means the next card should be a blue 6 of some variety, if I'm not mistaken. Good. I like. Thank you, Brick, for keeping me honest, brother. Honestly, man, I appreciate you keeping me honest there. Which means I think we pitched I think it was a blue 6. He's saving life here. I mean, that's fine. Like, I mean, yeah, with that hand, I would try to save life as well. So yeah. I was just lost. No, you're good, man. I appreciate, like, you guys asking that question keeps me honest. And I do appreciate it. Like, honestly, that's not a joke. So we're gonna arsenal this, and then the blue thunk, and then there's the test of strength. Yeah, so that was exactly pitch deck. So we did count correctly. That's good to know. I do like keeping that in mind. We're just gonna throw Cranial Crush and overpitch here. I mean, we're 2-0 with time skippers tonight. But I don't know that, like, I think, like, there was a pretty good debate about whether we made the correct time skippers play last game or not, Ninja, and like there was a little bit of like back and forth debate there about if I made the correct play or not. I feel like I made a pretty good play. Sam said I made a pretty good play, but Brad pointed out that like I could have gotten severely punished for cracking time skippers when I did. So like I think it's like kind of like a trial and error situation right now to see kind of like how it feels and how we like it. I don't know. Michael, I appreciate it. If you have KO, I'd be down to play a game into KO. I don't like. I've kind of like I understand my role in like the Kano matchup. So like if you want to like play a game of KO, that'd be good. I could use a break from after playing 3 prisms. When opponent had bad hands and I was in control the whole game. Never used time skippers. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like I kind of feel like that. I don't know. I kind of feel like that playing time skippers and like double hammer is like kind of a meme, if I'm being honest. But like it's also like felt pretty clean tonight. So I don't know. Like this is game 6. I played 6 games into Prism. I won the first 2 against Lag Prism. I lost the game against Iris Prism, and then I won the last 3 games against Lag Prism. So I do run Pummel in the Tunic list, not into Prism though. If that's what you mean, Brick. Could have held Blue Matcha to try for lethal. Yes, instead of pitching the Blue Matcha, yeah, we absolutely could have done that. Yeah, only getting one chance to use it makes it a tough. It's like it makes it a tough decision, Minja. Like it's really tough to like decide when to use it and when I like. Because like there are a lot of things I want to clear, and it's very like enticing to want to use it on like if my opponent goes Genesis Passing Mirage, I'm very like I'm very quick to be like, oh, I could use it here, but it's like that's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. If I had copies of Blue Lead to Charge in the deck, I would be more inclined to use it more aggressively. But I don't have copies of Lead to Charge in the deck, so we're not on that. But yeah, Iris Prism is basically unwinnable. Yes, John, it does mean that I have 3 hammers in the list. I am currently playing a Nothos, Titan's Fist, and Miller's Grindstone. And I won't lie, if the Prism tech ends up working, I'm low-key kind of happy because I have a cold foil Grindstone that I really want to use. That's just sitting in a binder right now, so... All right, guys, I need to take like a 2-minute break. I got to use a bathroom. When I come back, we're going to be playing against Michael on KO, and then we're going to pick up with our Prism testing. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Okay. Short break, and we're back. Man just said it's just an excuse to use the cold foil grindstone. Dude, y'all see right through me. I swear y'all see right through me. Chat, he needs sledge as well. What's better than 3 hammer? 4 hammers. Listen, I like sledge. And I think if you're on Tunic, that like sledge makes a lot of sense. Because in the Guardian Mirror, you get so much value every 3rd turn cycle off of Tunic Sledge. Alright, so let's see. Request undo CC. Michael, are you ready to play a game? Let's see. If you're in the Discord, I don't really like normally hop in with voice chat like when we're playing. I just kind of like to. Oh, I typed it in the wrong place. I kind of just like to post the game and like us do it that way. If you're okay with that, that way we can get a game. It's gonna be in request undo CC, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. But it should say looking for Michael. So if you refresh, you should be able to see it. And I'm gonna play you on the should be there. Just let me know if it's you that joins, because like most of the time people are pretty cool and like don't try to like snipe games, but sometimes it happens where people try to snipe games. Bro, is this you? Your name is I'm not even gonna say that out loud. That's your name? Bro, what? All right, let's do it. So we got Titan's Fist and Shield. We have Balance of Justice, which like just always Tunic, Gauntlets, and Civic Steps. And then in our deck here, we have everything that is not Outmuscle and... Did somebody really join and then say I'm Michael? Bro, what a troll. Who does that? Okay, we're gonna... Hang on, I'm gonna make a new game. 1 second. I'm making a new game real quick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and post it. No, like, we're gonna play a game, man. We're gonna play. Like, that's like, I'm like trying to like aim for Prism testing, and if we're not, like, I want to play against somebody that's like hang out in the chat. Like, absolutely. It's definitely what I want to do. Let's see. If that's you, I think I just sent you the game link, Michael. I didn't realize that was us chatting back and forth. And that I didn't realize that your name was Michael. So like if that's you, man, then like yeah, I just sent you the game link, so you should be able to join, brother. Sent you the invite link here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sideboard again. Again, we bring in everything that's not Zealous, Outmuscle, and we have to leave in 1 Trounce in this matchup. I'm not a huge fan of having to leave that in, but it is something we have to do. All right, is this you? All right. I'm out, by the way, from your stream. Oh, yeah. No, all right. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Mike's out here trying not to stream snipe me. I appreciate it. All right. We're just going to run our 60 here and see how it turns out. I'm going to go ahead and log my game into the test sheet here. Victor into KO. Let's see. They're going first, so I'm going second, which is what I want to be doing. I'm intrigued that he chose to go first here. Based off of that, I am intrigued by that decision there. Michael said he just copied this from PTLA. I mean, that's fine. I'm still excited to play the matchup here. I do think that giving up, like, we still have choke slams, but like we gave up the debilitates. And I do think that like we gave up some points into KO by not having the debilitates in our deck. The debilitates like offer a lot of like the 2-card 8s off a Tunic offer a lot of really good value. for us. And we do only have 2 pummels in the list, so we're just going to be running the 2. Okay. So all the usual suspects here. All the usual suspects here from Michael. And we're just going to be doing everything we can to keep the Spinal Crush in our hand here, because being able to like force 2 cards out of my opponent's hand would be very solid. Would like to just be able to like force cards here if I can. Would like to be able to do that. We'll give it the Wallops. Meh. Oh, Calum. What hero is it? I gotta know, brother. What hero is it? I gotta know, fam. I gotta know. Hopefully we draw a good card to Arsenal here. That would be ideal. Yeah, that's a very good one to Arsenal, because now we can just wait for the pummel to come up. And we can just try to like get him with the pummel here. Like maybe Mike gives us the flesh bag pretty early and we can get lucky here. It starts at 30. Boo. Caleb, get out of here. Boo. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I think people have come up with some pretty interesting stuff. Like people have like put together some interesting Kano lists. Like the idea that like the pitch stack like Sink Below, Fate Foreseen, Respite, like Kano exists is like really neat. Like that's a cool list in my opinion. Wow, really? Really? Okay. I assumed it would just be 2 cards from the hand, but I guess not. All right, so Cranial Crush is going to be the first card of our pitch stack here. So we got 2 cards in the deck, and Cranial Crush is our first card. Runner for 8 is pretty good. Not a huge fan of blocking with the Choke Slam, but I think it's better that we potentially try to keep 2 cards to throw Disable here. I'm going to take 3 to throw Disable. I think this is fine. Mike's given up quite a bit of equipment here pretty early, so throwing the Disable can be pretty disrupting. And then we're also giving ourselves an option to put the pummel into our arsenal if we do draw into it pretty quickly here off the turnaround hand. Oh, excuse me. Starlight, I need you. Moonlight, you're my... Da, 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 da. All right, 4 cards into the deck. This hand's not great. So I think let's go Trounce and then the Test of Strength. Hopefully we win off the Test of Strength. We do not. That does not bode well for us at all. And then the Trounce, they win the Trounce there as well. That's a big Sag. I mean, it is the unfortunate downfall of having the card in the deck. I mean, this is a lot of aggression from our opponent so far. I don't really want to go to 27 here. It's probably correct to just go ahead and give the shield and take 6. I think that we're supposed to like try and find a window to use Chokeslam here. Like, had some really good hands so far. Like he discarded the agility on turn 0 and then was able to like hit the runner with it. So like there was a lot of like very good value. Marvel Angels. I do not have a Marvel Angel, but if you need one, I know that Silas has one. He'd probably be willing to sell you if you wanted to do something like that. Or maybe trade for one. He might be willing to trade you. I don't know what he really wants for that card, but he might be willing to do something like that if you're interested. He's in the Discord at he's Rob R-O-B Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R 21, I think. I think Spinal Crush if they set up an agility. Dude, more it should be. Dude, it's like there's so much value in being able to threaten Spinal Crush like that after there's an agility on the board. Like I love it so much. It's really great. I mean, we can just block 6 here. I think we can throw the Titan's Fist and arsenal the Sink Below. I mean, this is probably... no, the Pulping was on top, so the Pulping's on the bottom of their deck. They discarded the Agile Windup. Okay, I mean, it's fine. It's not great, but, like, it's fine. I mean, this is turn 5, and this is going to be going into his 6th turn. Mike's had 4 turns of agility so far, which is, like, insane. Or, I'm sorry, going into his 5th turn. I guess going into his 5th turn, he's had that many go again cards, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think we'll just take 4. I think, again, we have to, like, take some damage here to, like, try and throw the Spinal Crush. The Spinal Crush just has too much value, and, like, I think if we just end up blocking for too long, we're just in too bad a spot here. Yes, he did have some car magic. On the way back home from Atlanta, Michael, he actually ended up opening the Marvel Angel in the car ride home. You should have seen this fool. We're driving down the interstate. I'm doing, like, you know, I'm going way too fast. I'm not going to say the speed in case I'm, like, incriminating myself here, but I'll be going way too fast down the interstate. In Atlanta, we're getting passed by people as I am, like, excessively speeding, and this fool has his phone light on, and he's opening packs and, like, sitting his phone on his shoulder. Bro, like, guess you pick out good packs? I mean, dude, did you pick out those packs for him? Were those the ones that you went and bought him? Oh, that's right. You did go and buy him packs, didn't you, when he was playing? I actually do remember, I do remember him talking about that and mentioning that. Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, if you're going to do that, you're still taking 4 here, which is Crush. We still have a lot of our armor here. Like, I think Michael would be better off to just give me 2 cards from hand. And just, like, take 3 and then, like, play his turn here. Yeah, that's exactly what they'd say in court. How fast were you going? Well, sir, he said on his live stream that he was going, and I'm quoting, way too fast, and I believe he used the term excessive speeding. Oh. Michael said that his hand is 3 reds and 2 cards that don't block, so he's forced to give me the fleshback here, or maybe not. I don't know. Michael's doing a lot of thinking here. Like, a lot of thinking here. Okay, so he's going to take 3 and give me the flesh bag. So if we can use our equipment for a good flip turn, we'll be in a good situation. Like this. This is a good flip turn. As long as... he may not have an arsenal. It really depends on, like, what he has here. Yeah, Tunic's coming up and everything. This is really good. This is a very good turn cycle for us. Case closed. What 2 are you missing? I think he opened the... I think he opened the -1. I think is what it was. Like the -1 Angel, I think is what it was. Is what he opened, if I'm not mistaken. We're not going to bottom anything. Just going to block 9 here. Use this efficiently and then, like, not give him any value off of, like, a CNC or a Sin Packing here that he might have. I'm really hoping that... He said, I do respect that sink. I was just typing that I think Sink Below is really good in this matchup. I really hope it's, like, pitch a red to come in with Claw here for 5. Because if he does, I'm going to crack balance. Oh, no, he's going to draw a card. Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, like, you won the goal and you can do it here, right? You need Judgment and Tenacity? Yeah, I don't think he opened either one of those. I think it was the -1. Yeah, Triumph. That's what it's called. Thank you. Thank you, more. That is what it's called for sure. So we know he's going to Arsenal a card. Which means I hate to block there, but I think it's okay. I mean, we can just take 5. There's no reason to block with equipment. Like, we can save it for another time. It's going to be perfectly fine this way. And then we're going to throw the Command and Conquer. And, I mean, this could be like a sink below that we want to Arsenal, but there's a very good chance this is a pummel. We took quite a bit of damage there to keep this hand, so... He literally just said in the chat, pummel time. Oh, heck yeah. Tunic's up, man. This, like, what you're witnessing right here is the #1 reason to play Tunic and Victor. Like, #1 reason to play it. This is like being able to play CNC Pummel off of 3 cards is insane. Being able to play, so you get to play CNC Pummel off of 3 cards, which tech plating costs 4 cards. And I mean, deal. I'm okay to just like Arsenal this and like save this for something else. Like, I don't know. I think we'll just take 1 and throw the choke slam here. But I'm happy to save this. I was talking about something. I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm sorry, guys. I could not remember what I was talking about at all. Yeah, I cannot remember what I was talking about to save my life. Hold the sink on the pulping turn. He had an agility. He had an agility token, so it didn't matter. And I wanted to try and get more value out of it. And I know that, like, the turn that I gave it up, like, we didn't get, like, an insane amount of value out of it, but I still think it was pretty good, what we got for it there. It was probably just correct to just give it up that turn, Justin, in all honesty, just to, like, play it out. Like, just play the sink below and, like, try to, like, maybe dig for something better there. But he did have the, oh, yeah, we have to wait to do that, duh. He did have the... I definitely should have given... Huh. I feel like blocking with a Spinal Crush is wrong, but, like, I can't play it. I can't, like, make anything broken happen. Like, is there any more Spinal Crushes left in the deck? I don't think there are. I think we've already played 2, right? So... Spinal Crush here, Spinal Crush here. We put a red disable on the bottom. We played a red disable. So there's 1 red disable left in the deck we could look. And then I guess there's also 2 copies of Command and Conquer we haven't seen. So, like, we have a lot of really good, like, pummel targets left in the deck. Well, I mean, a lot is tough, but... Oh, excuse me. I do think that blocking there is correct. And then we're just going to force... there's 1 Blood Rush. Yeah, we're gonna force Michael to have a good turn here. Yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? So we take 1 and have a pretty schmedium hand here, I would say. Let's block 6 and then, or wait, no, I'm sorry. Too busy talking there. Let's go. I still think we're gonna give up the shield here. Like it, keeping the shield is so much better, but I would rather block efficiently here. I'm currently down 9 points, and I'm really looking for a window to be able to use my pummel. There could have been a window where I'm supposed to give E-Strike, Gauntlets, and Civic Steps there, and throw Golden Sun, 10 Overpower, and pummel it. Like, that's not a bad line of play, but I don't know. You would have sent a Swing Big. He probably should have held on the Blood Rush Bellow and just sent the... Oh, I see. You're saying you should have kept the BRB a couple turns ago, and like, okay, I'm following now. Really like to draw something that I care about pummeling. Like, there's still 2 Command and Conquers we haven't seen yet. And like with the Tunic up, we're just sitting on a hand where like any one of them is like good enough here. How many Savage Feasts have we seen? He's pitched 1 Cast Bones. There's 1 Blood Rush left. Like, we're only down 2 points. And, like, we have the pummel to, like, play a flip turn. I think we're just kind of, like, waiting at this point. And we're not really, like, doing anything great here, which means next turn is going to be all blocks all the way. We would have gotten... I mean, I guess we wouldn't have gotten punished if we had given Civic Steps because of the agility token. But we could have taken 3 and thrown the Cranial Crush, which would have been better. I don't know, like, there just hasn't been anything for us to, like, pummel here. Like, we haven't, like, had a turn lineup where we've been able to pummel something. We really need to... Oh, yeah, we really need this to draw a card here. I don't even know if there's a world where I'm able to give Test of Strength E-Strike 2 pieces of equipment. That's 10 block, and I don't know that I'm still able to keep the disabled to play with the pummel here. I mean, this is going to be for $1 billion. Like, am I just supposed to give up my whole hand here? Feels like the answer is probably yes, and we really need a good hit from Test of Strength. Like, we need a win right here. We do get a win, thankfully. That was a big part of what we were looking for right there. I mean, yeah, it's very unfortunate, but, like, take 9, go to 4. Like, we have to give the Quicken token there. I mean, I guess, like, I don't think I'm supposed to give the Civic Steps before that when he has access to 3 cards. Like, I don't think there's a world where that's correct. How have I not seen a second Command and Conquer? Like, I have been waiting to try and flip the game for about, like, 5 turns now, and I literally, like, there hasn't been a hand where we could do it. Yeah, there hasn't been, like, I'm going to go back and look here after tonight, but, like, there hasn't been a single hand where I could flip this game in the last 5 turns. And I can say that I have actively been looking. Like, very much so. Yeah, the casual 30 damage turn. I mean, there's nothing I'm doing about that anyway, regardless. I have to go to 2 here. Like, I literally just can't give up this card. If I give up this card, I'm actually just dead to the claw. Did we pitch both the Command and Conquers? I am pretty sure that did not happen. So, like, are we going to have 2 Command and Conquers coming up in the next hand? I mean, so the odds of us seeing one are, like, pretty good if we draw a card, I think. Makes an agility and a might and comes in for 6. So if we block Wallop here, block Wallop and Thunk so that we stay at 2, and then we're going to crack to draw a card here. I think it's the best play we can make. And, like, we draw the Command and Conquer, so we actually get to play CNC Pummel here, which means Reckless Swing won't save him. Now, if he gives up all 4 cards to play around it here, call that a win. If he blocks 9, we are going to play, we're going to play it. Like, I mean, this is just a, we're going for it here. I don't know that this is enough to save us here. We're getting ready to see what he arsenaled, what he wanted to arsenal there. Probably the Cast Bones, if I had to guess, that he pitched earlier. No, it's a runner. All right, well, that's good for us. Well, there's one more CNC left in the deck. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Like, we block 4 and take 3. Like, I look at that game and, like, honestly, when I, like, watch that game, I'm gonna go back and watch that later to make sure, because generally there is something I could have done better. But, like, looking at that game, I don't feel bad about losing that game. I did everything I could to play defensively on his big turns. I took the damage when I needed to throw cards like Spinal Crush and Disable, and I waited with a pummel knowing that I had one red Disable left in my deck that I could see, or that I had 2 Command and Conquers coming up. And the 2 Command and Conquers I had in my deck were in the bottom 8 cards of my first cycle that I had nothing to do with, that I did not pitch at all. I'm going to go back and make sure that's entirely accurate, but, like, again, based off of that game, like, I don't really feel bad about losing like that. I got very bad variance off playing with the pummels, and we just kind of fell behind, and there was nothing I could do. All right, so we got a loss right there. Played to my outs, and they never showed up until bottom 8 cards of first cycle. Was too far behind to catch up. Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know. Like, if somebody sees something there that, like, they can, like, point out there that I did wrong, I'm actually very happy to, like, hear about it, because I would like to know how I could have played that differently there. But, like, looking at that game from right here, right now, gotta hate when I do that. I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. I played way more aggressively than I normally do, trying to, like, play offense and, like, smother Michael when I could, and I just wasn't able to get there. The Wild Ride yellows. Yeah, I think that a lot of people are playing, like, yellow Wild Rods to play more aggressively lately. That's something I've seen people doing. I think that's something I've seen people doing, at least anyway. I know a lot of people have been on some spicy stuff lately. And yeah, John, that 30 damage turn was crazy. The Savage Beatdown was, like, the perfect cap off to that last Blood Rush Bellow right there. It was very good. Was a very good... You had an off turn to, like, are you talking about to set up the Yellow Wild Ride? Yellow Wild Ride is in Lupine Fiasco's list. Yeah, I know that he's playing Yellow Wild Ride. He was also on Yellow Pulpings for a while. Like, they were on, like, the crazy uber aggressive list, which is, like, I think that list is fine if you're, like, playing all offense. Like, if you're on Yellow Pulpings, Yellow Wild Rides, and then Red, and, like if you're on Bear Fangs, like, if you're on 3 copies of Bear Fangs, if you're on 6 copies of Wild Ride and 6 copies of Pulping, you have no intentions of blocking anything ever. And I don't know, like, it feels like it's an interesting choice to me, because, like, I think that blocking is, like, one of the, like, most important essence of the game. And, like, I don't know, they seem to be on, like, the all gas no brakes kind of stuff. And I mean, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. No, I had to block first and then claw 5 and wait for the bigger turn. Yeah, you talking about you said you took an off turn. Are you talking about the Savage Beatdown turn? Like, when you took the turn before, you took an off turn so that the Savage Beatdown turn lined up, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure what turn you're talking about specifically. I do have to say, the point of tonight's stream, though, was to, like, test time skippers and see how it feels into Prism. And as much of a meme as I thought it was, it has not felt bad tonight. We are 3-0 into the list, or into Prism tonight, and I went 2-1 earlier today. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm living in a world where if someone shows up playing Aura Prism on Sunday, I'm just gonna, like, probably lose on the spot. Like, it's just an impossible matchup, and I don't really know how to get any extra points into that. Yep, and we have in the Sync Sim 1 Test of Strength because we need to be playing 60 cards, and I don't like Trounce in this matchup. And here we go. John, you get your wish, brother. We're going to play against... Iris Prism. Time Skippers was never a meme. I mean, I think the meme is playing double hammer, like, because even back in the day when people played Time Skippers, like, I know Hamilton played Time Skippers, but he didn't play double hammer back then. Like, he still played Shield like he normally does. Like, he was still on, like, the normal plan, but, like, yeah, no, he was, yeah, it was, guess we'll throw CNC here. Try and force him. Double Hammer's a meme? Well, I have to tell you, man, like, Double Hammers felt pretty decent tonight. Like, it's not felt bad tonight. There's been multiple times when I wish this, like, that the Grindstone would have been the Aura Magus for me to block with. I think that having the extra block would have been very good in a lot of situations, but yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know. It's been better than I thought it was going to be. No. All right. Genesis and a Spectral Shield, which means they're just going to put whatever card they have into their soul here to just try and get this train rolling. Hopefully they don't draw into a blue so that they can't attack me here with the Iris. That's kind of nice at least, because it means that I can throw my Rouse at them. Revealing these bad boys here. And then we can hammer away the Genesis after this. So we're like trying to get rid of the Spectral Shields here. It is interesting because I feel like if you're not playing double hammer, I feel like you are, I don't know, like it feels like you're kind of like setting up to lose just a little bit, in my opinion. Like if you're playing Time Skippers and not double hammer, because like what, like you have to have like E-Strike, which is still like a 5-card hand, basically, or like, I'm sorry, a 4-card hand to be able to play it, or it's not how I wanted to put them back, but whatever. Is this going to be Flash in Merciful? No? Okay. I don't know, like you just, it's interesting. Using Footsteps to still throw 2 things at me here. Like, if people are playing Time Skippers without playing Double Hammer, I would like to know what they're doing. Truly, I would like to know what they're doing, because I don't know where anybody's finding the consistency to actually, like, throw multiple attacks at them, because everything you want to do requires a 4-card hand. Like, having Double Hammer and Time Skippers is the only way you can have a 3-card hand and break the loop or kill 2 auras. And if people are, like, trying to, like, playing tech that I'm not aware of, like, and somebody's aware of it, like, I'd love to, like, hear about it in the chat. Because, like, my question, like, my comments come from, like, a genuine place of, like, it makes little to no sense to me. Okay. Victor, Prism, we went second. And I imagine we're going to end up losing this one, but we're going to give it hell anyway. Being able to block with cards like Boulder Drop would be good. Well, it looks like we're going to get our wish here. I mean, they've not really been able to set up any auras yet. That's probably about to change this turn, I think, considering they went for the Halo bop here, but... Oh, dude, thanks, Alexander, man. I appreciate it, brother. I hated you guys didn't get to stay and play on Sunday, but I know you guys went back for a good reason, so trust me, I definitely hated that you guys didn't get to be there, but So without the other angel in play, like, do I even care about cracking time skippers here? Like, does this even matter? Feels like the answer is no. This is attack actions, right? So, I mean, like, it really just doesn't matter, I don't think. Like, I don't think this is a turn here. So, more, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch some old games to tell you what Hamilton was up to, if I'm being entirely honest, because I truly don't remember what he was up to. I'd have to go back and find, like, New Jersey coverage. Or no, it wasn't New Jersey. It was it was Indianapolis. There was a calling in Indianapolis. I'm gonna send you a hydrate water bottle that's not from the $5 store. John, I love my water bottle, bro. I think that yeah, I don't know what he was up to, if I'm being honest. If I'm being entirely honest, more, I don't know what he was up to back then. I know he was on time skippers, but like I think that this was also during Starvo meta, and they were playing cards like Autumn Touch, Break Ground. Like they were on all of these like 3-cost cards that they could like use to manipulate their game plan and what they wanted to do. So we are going to kill the Angel here for 4-go again. And then we're going to kill the Genesis. Pitching the Boulder Drop here. He was using Shield plus Crown of Seeds to mitigate some damage and was just keeping most auras off the board, so Pheno Black was never able to... He was on a lot of lead to charge. Yeah, was he playing like blue lead to charges? I mean, that makes sense. Like blue lead to charge is like, God, what are these? I hate these all red hands. I'm playing 33 blues in this deck. And I make it sound so egregious when I say that I'm playing 33 blues because most of the people I run into are playing like 30 in their deck. So just gonna try and get me there with the Herald. Yeah, I mean, like I'd considered playing blue lead to charge. Ugh, God, that's awful. I mean, I think we have to kill the Parable, right? Like Parable is like a kill on sight kind of card. This is the part of the game where it gets tough for us right here. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it is definitely just like strings of code. So, like, it's never truly random. But I definitely hear what you're saying, John, that, like, it's a real feels bad sometimes with the code and, like, the way the hands come up that you draw certain times. I definitely hear what you're saying. For sure, brother. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff that, like, we can't beat. Like, even if we had go again hands, like, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe I'm supposed to... Can I even time skippers and do what I want here? No. Like, the answer is just no. We can't even time skippers this. So, again, we're just forced to grindstone the... Parable here. Like, that's all we can do. We're giving them Spectral Shields out the wazoo, which is unfortunate because they are just weapons for them, but... Okay. This is a hand... Alright, it's good we had this hand because we need it, it appears. Are more random than any shuffle has ever been. That's interesting to note. That's curious to think. I'm also, like, intrigued to think about that as well, like, why that would be the case. I think we're just gonna go for it here. We need to be able to kill Arclight. And then the question is, like, we can kill one of the Haze Bendings or the Shimmers, and I think we're supposed to kill the Shimmers because, like, Shimmers gets out of hand so quickly here. With 6 Spectral Shields in play and 2 Haze Bendings, I'm going to be honest, I don't really think it matters what we kill, but we're going to continue to play correctly anyway. I I love that like we've now reached the point in the metagame where like everybody's like, oh, Prism, like, and don't get me wrong, like I hate the keyword Spectra. I don't mind Prism. Like the lag only Prism truly doesn't bother me. And that's like wholehearted honesty. Like the lag Prism does not bother me because I think it's like a much fairer game plan. But like I think this is like miserable. And I think most people like find this to be very unpleasant to play against. And like a lot of, and like just like I think the Spectra keyword is one that like everybody hates. That's everybody's problem. Like that's wholeheartedly everybody's problem here. I mean, we do have a lot of 7+ attacks in our deck, so I mean that's probably fair. Justin, to prioritize the haze bendings here. That makes sense. Soul Shield from the lap. I'm just kidding. Soul Shield here. Our opponent covers this up. And then we're going to hammer one of the haze bendings away. And we're now at the point in the game where, like, short of a miracle, we are in a really bad spot. The Merciful has to go next. That has to be one of the next cards we kill. I think we're still going to attack them here, even though it is going to like inflict a lot of arcane damage upon us. I still think we need to attack them to clear the spectral shields. Or maybe I'm just supposed to wait. Like maybe we're just supposed to like swing the hammer at the Merciful here. Like I guess that's also like just an okay line for us here. We could just kill the Merciful Retribution, pitch the Cranial Crush here, and just play into the idea that we have a Go Again card in our hand. Much like Rouse, the E-Strike requires 4 cards from hand, so ooh, that's not good. It's good this blocks. From a CS standpoint, random isn't decided by the program, it's decided by the computer. And when you learn how computers decide random, it's way more varied than human shuffling can ever get to. I mean, yeah, like, I get, like, I don't know, like, it's interesting because, like, I guess that, it's really bad because, like, the true random shuffling is not what I think we might just be giving up crown here. I think that, like, the true random shuffling is probably, like, what is so frustrating then for a lot of people. Because, like, gosh, dude. We're going to tuck the out muscle for Go Again here. But yeah, like, I guess it's like, I guess in that case, like, that's like what's so, I think that's like what makes it so, like, frustrating is it's like, oh, it is like truly random, but it's like, bro, okay, I don't know what's going on Twitch right now, but like, no. We're not having any of this bot shit on Twitch. I hate this kind of shit, dude. And like every time I ban somebody, they just like send more people to do it. Like they just send more bots, I guess. I don't know. No, that's not what I wanted. I think my opponent's going to be pretty cool with like me taking this back because they realize that I did not mean to click through my turn. I was just trying to simply do this. And then I think this is like also like one of the really hard decisions because like killing Passing Mirage seems necessary, but like also we need to kill the haze bending. I think it's more necessary to kill the... No, we can never let... Well, no, they can't have Go Again. Yeah, we're going to kill the haze bending. We're going to kill the haze bending here. When did we go back to Starvo Prism meta? Honestly, though, dude. Honestly. Yeah, John, I don't think there is an out. That's why this matchup is so bad, bro. That's why this matchup is so bad. Hey, Wally, what's up, dude? The tech is like time skippers, and like we're like trying to see if we can make time skippers work in any way to like maybe try and like help out some with like trying to help out with the matchup by trying to play time skippers and double hammer. But I don't know that there's anything that's going to help with this. I don't know that there's anything that's going to help with Aura Prism. Like, the only thing that I could even see working, in all honesty, is if we, like, change the entirety of the deck and started playing things like blue lead to charges. Like, and I just don't think you can. I just don't think you can in this deck. We're just going to use Tunic to save a life here. I don't think you can in this deck. Maybe there's like a world where like maybe we're not supposed to be playing Victor anymore. We're supposed to be on Bravo. And like if we're on Bravo, we're able to play cards like blue Crush the Weeks and red Crush the Weeks to like help with the ninja matchup. And like they're also cards that we can throw for 2 cards, and like we get to play E-Strikes, and like maybe we get to play like, ooh, I don't know. Maybe that's something to think about here. I don't know. Maybe that's like some hot tech that we could really be looking into. That could be cool. I could like see that being like a little spicy. I mean, we're doing what we can here. We're doing what we can here. What is Iris bad into? From my understanding, and again, I've never really played Iris Prism, but like the Iris deck really struggles into decks like Fi, anything that's like really trying to like run it over, because like they have to play like they play a lot of cards that block for 2 or don't block, and so they're forced to play a lot of like defense reactions in that matchup, and it's harder for them to set up in that matchup, I think. So anything that's like really like an overwhelming amount of pressure for them can be pretty bad. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super familiar with the deck to know. Aggro's Borvo time? Dude, listen, I played a lot of Borvo, man. Like, you wouldn't have to twist my arm to play Borvo, although I have to say, like, I am, like, I don't know, like, I'm a big fan of, like, Victor, though. I don't know, we'd have to do some pretty good convincing. Never thought I'd see the day that Twitch had more bots than YouTube, lol. I have not tried Warhorn. Have you had like good work with that? Like, has that felt good for you, Nero? Oh, I'm so cool. I'm flashing in. I'm merciful. Again. Oh, this is so bad for us. Your deck is already pretty diluted with how much equipment you have to sideboard as is. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I literally had to cut red debilitates to make the game plan that I wanted to play here work. Like, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. Like, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. But yeah, I've like literally already had to like make changes to like make this work. And like it like the deck is all like, as Justin said, the deck is already extremely diluted for like what we're trying to go for here. I think we have to kill Genesis, right? I mean, 7 Spectral Shields is more than enough that they'll ever need to kill me at this point, but this is really bad. Inflexible? I mean, that's a good word. That's a good word. Like, I mean, I think the answer is, honestly, if we want to add an answer to Prism in the metagame, then we need to look at playing, we need to look into playing Bravo. Like, that just might flat out be the answer here. Oh, geez, Scoob! Dude, I love people that can do that impression really well. It's always fun to me. Yeah, we're gonna give you a popper here. Oh, Flash in a Merciful. Oh, no, it wasn't even Flashing in a Merciful. He had a Merciful already. You're pretty stretched. Just sucks both are legit or legit threat now. Yeah, no, honestly. I've, like, already just been in, like, a world where I'm like, you know what? Like, if people are playing Kano, people are playing Kano. That's how it is. That's just kind of the world I'm living in right now. We can take a damage here to throw Zealous Belting at them and then kill the Merciful. Actually, we're probably just better off to kill the Merciful. Oh yeah, we get our action point back. Yay! Let's block 3. I think that's fine. We'll just block 3 here. So I do like Starstruck. I won't lie. Starstruck is baller. Like, I think we can let Shimmer sit for a turn. I truly have no idea if that's correct. Oh, I definitely meant to use Tunic right there. Oh well. I do not know if letting Shimmer sit for a turn is correct at all, but I mean, let's just be real here, guys. Like, it matters 0 what I do right here. Absolutely 0. Yeah, we'll just do that. I guess I probably should have given the one from Arsenal. Probably a better play. Does it lose to Kasai? Why does Bravo lose to Kasai if alright. Why does it lose to Kasai if Victor has such a decent mashup into it? Couldn't you just like build the deck in a way to like support like some out muscles in the sideboard, Wally? I'm genuinely asking. I'm not even playing and I'm pissed. Yeah, this is just a matchup, bro. Like, this is just like what happens. Was that another Shimmers of Silver? Jesus, fam. I mean, we're just continuing to like try and grind it out here. Although at this point, it's pretty much all for naught. Like, we're just gonna go to 18 at this point. All right, yeah, we're gonna call it there. We're just gonna concede and call it a game there. The Iris flip is so bad. Is so bad there. To draw more poppers. I mean, so the idea behind me keeping the Zealous in hand is so that I can throw it at them and try to kill some of the Spectral Shields, and then hammer into the God. And then hammer into one of the auras there to kill it. He might have almost been out of auras, but he has 7 Spectral Shields in play. Like, I don't think there's ever a chance we're ever going to win that game. Like, bring back Fatigue, Bravo, Rampart with Peace of Mind's Oasis, every healing card in the game. God, that sounds awful. I don't think there's ever a world where we can win that game. Like, there might have been a world where we could do it there, but I don't think that's the case. And even if we can, that's like our 4th game into Prism tonight, and I'm like, if we happen to play against Prism, we're going to play against Prism, but we're taking random games the rest of the night. It is very mentally exhausting to sit and think about how to beat Prism over and over and over again. All right, well, this is not any better. But, I mean, yeah, sure. This is an Anothos match. Tunic, Null Rune 2. Do I have a Kano matchup? I don't even have Kano put in here. I'm going to log this last game really quick. Loss. Iris. Prism feels impossible. Victor, we're playing against Kano. We are going second, and I'm not going to put a loss down yet. It's more than likely going to probably going to be an L here, but we're not gonna. Let's see. See, so like the crazy part is like we don't even have enough cards in our deck now to cut all of our Clash cards. Like, we literally have to leave 2 Clash cards in because I've diluted the deck so much for Prism that we don't have enough cards. Like, we are forced to play 2 tests of strength here. This is a feels bad. We're going to do everything we can here and hang on. Like, we're going to do everything we can here. I think a good 1 for 3, push a lot of crush effects back into relevance. So I mean, it's not a bad idea, Quinn. Like, it could be interesting, for sure. I don't know, like, how. I don't know, like. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, Lead the Heart is like a really interesting card. Like, my gut is telling me that it would be bad in Bravo. Jesus, what a terrible hand. We're just gonna throw it and see if they respect it, because I think it's all we can do. But like, my gut's telling me that's not. We're gonna ask it. Like, so Alexander wants to know if this is Bryce. We're gonna ask if it is. But my heart's telling me that it's not very good. That wouldn't be very good. This is not Bryce, apparently. But yeah, I think, like, Lead to Heart, like, I don't know, like, I'm like, my gut's telling me that it's not very good, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Okay. I mean, we're gonna block 2. That's all we can do. We're gonna throw the out muscle from the arsenal, and then we're gonna throw E-Strike for 7. Because it is currently what our hand does. All aggro against Prism. I mean, bro. I get. I mean, you could try it. I don't think it's. I think Prism out aggro's like almost every deck better, but I guess it could be done. I mean, normal Kano, pitch stack Kano. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a better chance of winning the game against normal Kano as opposed to pitch stack Kano, but I think this is a really hard matchup. No matter how you slice it. I think it's 6 in one, a half dozen in the other. Yeah, let's pitch the thunk here. I just personally feel like this is a horrible matchup regardless for us. It's 1 cost, messes up a lot of your cost curve. Yeah, the fact that it blocks for 2 is like the thing that scares me. I don't know. Like, 5 months of not knowing what's going on but enjoying the ride, dude. Diablo with 5 months of Prime, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it, man. It means a whole bunch, buddy. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna throw the hammer here. Like, yeah, Lead the Heart being a 2-block does automatically, like, turn me away from it. I also agree with that, but yeah, so, like, you don't get the additional value of the might token, but yeah, no, I think that, like, Lead the Heart could be pretty good. Or no, I'm sorry, Come to Fight would be better in that spot. It does block 3, which does, like, just kind of naturally make it better. I am inclined to agree with you there. Bottom, top. Okay. Let's put this on the bottom, and we'll go again. My opponent's probably just going to take 5, and then, I mean, I guess there's always the possibility they could kill me. It is kind of funny. I have 3, so I foiled out the Victor deck, like, almost. I'm only missing a couple of cards at this point, but I have, I have 3 foil Oasis Respites sitting in my binder in case I ever roll into an art, like a pro quest, and there's just like 3 Kanos in the room. I'm just always ready, I feel like always. Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Quinn, I'm like, dude, I love you, like, people throwing out ideas like that, man. Like, absolutely, brother. Like, that's how we find out if stuff works or not, man. Like, I'm very happy that people want to throw out ideas like that. This hand's awful. Like, there's no way to, like, generate go again. Like, this hand sucks. I mean, I'd have to take 6 here. To keep my hand. Like, I guess we're taking 6 because, like, I want to keep my hand. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we're going to pitch the Spinal here, but, like, the problem is that, like, I mean, I guess technically we could have blocked 2 and used the Tunic to throw the Hammer here, but, like, I think we're just going to try and get our opponent. We could have pitched the blue to reveal the 2 reds to throw the Rouse, but I don't like that play. I'm actually just going to go ahead and throw this because it gets them randomly and takes a card out of their hand. Like, it's only the first one we've seen, and I think this is a pretty good use of it because we're getting, like, some value here that, like, our opponent doesn't just naturally see coming. I mean, yeah, like, we're probably incredibly dead no matter what here, bro. Like, this is a terrible matchup that I play as aggressively as I can, and we hope we're able to close the game out because it's, like, all we can do here. We can't even play the Rouse, can we? So again, we're just going to attack for 9 and float 2. If my opponent starts, like, drawing cards and doing some nonsense here. Yeah, I don't think anyone is ever ready for the... no one is ever ready for the pummel and the Zealous Belting. And Alexander, like, kind of to your point there, like, even if we keep the cards in our hand, it doesn't matter. If he has the Wildfire in Arsenal, we're dead regardless. It doesn't matter what we do here. Some Betsy lists and how they all use money where your mouth is. It's a different thought process to deck building, but I really like the aspects of Betsy's playstyle. I mean, yeah, so, like, I think Betsy is one of, like, her overpower mechanic allows you to play cards like money where your mouth is. That and Good Time Chapeau, I think, work pretty well with, like, what she's trying to do as a whole. So, like, I do agree with what you're saying that, like, it is an interesting, like, concept of deck building and it's, like, fun for sure. It's just tough. I mean, the Wildfire here, like, we're just gonna pitch the Wallop. We're gonna come in for 6 here. We are representing the pummel. I mean, like, I was like, there's no world where I'm playing it here. I'm just gonna Arsenal the pummel and hope for a better card to play. I mean, the Chokeslam's pretty good. If I'm in a spot where I can actually get away with just blocking with the Boulder Drop here, or I guess, like, pitching the Boulder Drop here to, like, use it here. Crack Balance? I don't like cracking Balance there. Like, if they're going to go off, they'll probably draw cards or do something, and, like, I'm able to crack Balance. I don't think that cracking Balance there is correct. The problem is going for the pummel here, like, it just, like, really doesn't matter. I guess I'm also, like, really used to playing against, like, Pitch Stack Kano, where, like, they're always, like, drawing cards on their combo turn, so, like, I'm never worried about, like, when I can crack the Balance. In fact, I'm, like, pretty inherently, like, trying to hang on to it as long as I can. So there's one card they've drawn. Kano resolves. Lesson in Lava. Okay. So we're, like, super dead here. We take what? 4? And then we can prevent this here. Yep, and then the Blazing Ether is, like, super lethal. So yeah, I mean, we don't get to crack Balance here, but, like, we would have been able to last turn, which would have been pretty good. And it would have given us, like, the extra card, I guess, but, like, it didn't matter. It wouldn't have saved us. We were Omega dead there either way. This matchup, I think this matchup is worse. Just said GG Bryce. That's weird. All right. Was asking if it was Bryce, but whatever. I mean, yeah, like that was yeah, I in my head, like I've only been playing against like the pitch stack Kano. That's all I've been seeing anywhere. So in my head, I was like, oh, they're just gonna draw cards. It doesn't matter. Like we're just gonna like crack it whenever we need to. Kano is almost impossible without respite, and I'm just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna put Kano as almost impossible. Lost through AB2. I think that's a good note to have here, that I lost through AB2, because like that's a good point to be at. Let's see if there's still Prism games here. I mean, I would like to play against Prism again. Like, I think it's like good for me to get practice into Prism here. We're gonna load this into the sheet here. Prism, we are going second, which is what I don't want to be doing. I would much rather be going first so that I can actually, if I'm going first, I'm able to like force them to like not do anything on turn 0. They're on Mage Master boots here. Okay. And they're on Iris. All right. This is going to be tough. Gives more points in the Kano matchup than the boots. Are you talking about the AB1 boots? I mean, it's an interesting thing to think about, to say the least. Are they going to put another aura into play? No, thank God. So we're just going to pitch the Thunk to kill this. And then, yeah, Rampart is in there just to help the dash matchup. Again, like I think that Rampart into the pivot dash, I think you get a lot of points playing Rampart. So I'm very intrigued to like try it. I haven't really had a chance to play it yet, but I do think it's really cool. And now my opponent has a 6-card hand playing Iris, which is absolutely terrifying. Probably on average worth more against those Kanos. Yeah, it could be. Like, it definitely could be, that's for sure. Like, the idea of playing, like, snaps into Victor just feels, like, very, like, trappish. Like, I know people did it for a while with Oldham, but, like, that just, like, I don't know. That's, like you're living in another world of kind of crazy, in my opinion. They put in a Genesis. I mean, yeah, this is exactly how the game gets out of hand, like, before, like, we even really get to take multiple game actions. Because now they're going to Genesis to put a card into their soul. It's Herald of Erudition. They make a Spectral Shield replace that card. I want deck right now so I can understand what other decks and what are the outs. Are you talking about Prism? Are you playing Prism right now, Michael? And Justin, to answer your question, I mean, do you think that Rampart has like value into other things that I wouldn't just want to run the gold shield into? Oh, Vestige, they still have one floating here. I don't think Guardian can beat Iris ever. There might be some weird world where I can play Bravo with like 3 blue lead the charges and try to make it happen. I don't know. Like, you would have to have a Bravo deck that is specifically set up to beat Prism. You'd have to be on Time Skippers. You'd have to be on you'd have to be on Time Skippers, and you'd have to be on on 3 blue lead charges in like a deck that like specifically is designed to like try and play that kind of game. But even then, you're probably right. I don't think it's enough. Just trying to play Dash. I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. Like if they're playing hard control Dash, I don't know that. I don't know that the Rampart is enough to save you. But if they're playing Pivot Dash, I think your win percentage goes up immensely. If you are playing, Titan's Fist and the Rampart. Because I mean, it's like it's literally just like block with a 3-block every turn, and then pitch a blue, and you're just leaking 3 damage every turn. Like once they it's set up to where like they're coming in for 3 or 4 every turn. Yo, let's go. Kyle with that 24 months of Prime support. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. How was your stream, fam? How was your stream? So our opponent puts in an Arc Light. Pierce Reality. I don't think Pierce Reality is worth breaking skippers on. Just all honesty, like I just don't think that one's worth breaking the time skippers on. It's fine. And solely for dash, you get a lot of value into Slab Dash with it. Surprised more people don't use it. It is a great card, and like it has a lot of value. I've really tried adding some like new cards to my list to like try and help a little bit. I am curious to know like if people are going to be playing Prism, are they going to be playing like the pivot version where like they have Iris in their list as well? I don't know. Like it's interesting to like consider like what people are actually doing. I don't know. Like it's kind of like neat to think about. Dude, Alexander. Alexander has been using Ask Me Anything to try and get my social security number when I had like 4 people watching me in total. Bro. And then he's in YouTube chat saying, man, what a Chad. Oh, man. What a Chad. Yeah, we're just going to pop this here. I mean, with the Merciful out, like, it is what it is. There's nothing, like, he gets to put, like, a Figment into play here if he wants to. Yep. Is it going to let us pitch here? I feel like my internet's kind of crapping out right now. Save you once they're set up, but it gives you a slightly longer window before you have to get multiple cards. 1 blue effect with block 6. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, if they're getting 3 shots every turn, like, it does very well, like, block 6. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, like, block 6. Because you block 1, then you block 2, and then you block 3 for a total of 6, which is really good. And if they're setting up, like, if they only have, like, I mean, it won't save you at the end of the game. You are very correct about that. But it does, like, you do get a lot of value out of it. It is definitely worth playing, in my opinion. Like, 100%. And I get to tell them about you. Don't worry, Alexander. I will definitely tell them about you. By the way, I meant to tell you, I still have your toiletry bag in my car. I got it from Zach this past weekend. I have it in my car from when we went to Atlanta together to last weekend. I don't know, whenever that was. 2 weekends ago. Are you going to be at your house tomorrow? I have to come to the office tomorrow for a class in the afternoon. If you're going to be at your house, I'll swing by. I don't know what your afternoon looks like tomorrow, but I get out of class. I can come by before class. Class starts at 1, so I can come by before. Or I can come by your house after class. I don't know which one's better for you. I can come by sometime between like 12 and 1, or I can come by between like 5 and 5:30. Yo, what's up? Shep, how are you, buddy? Prism versus Victor. Yeah, I mean, it's something, man. We're like, the Iris build is just so hard to beat. Like, it's weird because it's like, I feel like, I don't know, like we started out 3-0 against Prism when they were playing all lags. We lost 1 lag game, and now this is going to be, so let's see, we lost to KO. We beat 3 Prisms, all on lag. We lost to an Iris Prism, lost to a KO, just lost to a Kano, and now we're here. 5:30 is best. No worries, dude. 5:30 is fine. I will plan on I will plan on swinging by after I get out of class then. It's in my car. I'll run it by after I get out of class then. It'll probably be somewhere around 5 or 5:30 if I had to guess, because it's referrals class, so I'm guessing 5 or 5:30. Scheduled from 1 to 5, but sometimes we get out at like 4:30, so it just kind of depends. If I get out at 4:30, will you be at your house? Or is it one of those things that like I can sit on your front porch? Because I know you guys like don't really have like close neighbors. Okay, perfect. All right, so even if you're not there, I'll just come by and drop it off on your porch after class tomorrow. That way you'll have it. I mean, all right, so we're trying to clear auras here. We are still at 37, and like we're trying to like block and keep our life up here, but like these turn cycles are so bad for us. Like we get to attack them with Go Again here and try to like clear out the spectral shields or force cards out of their hand. Yeah, so I was talking about this earlier. This is something Talashar's been doing all day. It's been putting like my hammer every time I attack with it into my graveyard, bro. It's been doing this all day. I don't know what's up with it, but it's been doing it the whole time. All right, so they really only like net lose 1 spectral shield there. And then we're going to hammer the Genesis. That's the more important thing to kill here over the Passing Mirage. We could not have time skippers that turn. With Tunic up, if we technically keep every card, we can time skippers here if we want. Like, we could technically time skippers here. Oh my god. I'm sleepy tonight, guys. I don't know what's going on. Also, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. A lot of things y'all could be doing on Tuesday nights. I appreciate y'all chilling out and hanging out tonight. Also, if you're new to the channel, you like the content, be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe, like, wherever you're watching from. Appreciate you guys being here, and if you like the content, be sure to hit that follow button. 60 plus viewers. We're not at 60 plus viewers. I think we're at 28, 27 on YouTube, and then we're like at 14 on Twitch. So like we're bouncing around like that, like low 40s, like high 40s spot. Yeah, Iris Prism seems to be something we're playing against a lot of tonight, Michael. I do agree with you. This has been tough. I hate that we don't have like a Go Again card here. Maybe we're supposed to try to find one. Maybe this is take some damage to find like a card that gives us Go Again. That's exactly what we want. That is like actually exactly what we want to see. This means that we can block with the Command and Conquer here and then Arsenal the Sink Below. And save the Sink Below for like a turn where they're trying to get more aggressive here. And this lets us clear the Angel. Actually, I guess to heck with that. We're just going to use it now. Yes, we can just give up the Sink Below now. It doesn't matter. And we have the hand that we want so that we can clear the Angel and we can clear the... So we clear the Angel with the Go Again on the out muscle here. And then I think we clear Haze Bending here. I think Haze Bending is the card that lets this deck get more out of hand here. Yeah, never didn't have it. We got very lucky. We got very lucky with the card off the top right there. I think we're supposed to kill the haze bending here. Haze bending gets more out of hand than anything else, I think. So decisions, dude. I feel like that's like always the hardest thing here. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, Justin, a part of me wants to play Enigma because I think Enigma looks really cool. Also, like, bro, what are we doing here? I think Enigma looks really cool, and so like I kind of want to play Enigma, but like it's gonna be very miserable for the metagame. Like, I think like if the blue illusionist, like if she just ends up playing like Iris, like it's gonna be bad. Yo, let's go. Thank you for the follow, the pitch stack. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How much? Appreciate you hanging out and being here with us tonight on Twitch, chilling out tonight. Yeah, blue pitched illusionist. Good lord. Are you trying to cheer me up, Justin? You can stop. Because Pierce is on board and you get hard punished by Erudition. So they have no way to give Erudition go again, right? So, like, I don't think I really get punished that hard if I give it up, right? Because of it. Like, because they have no way to give it go again. Like, they're playing Mage Master Boots. They're not playing... I really wish they would stop doing this. Jesus. But, like, I think because they can't give it go again here, like... I don't think it matters, right? Like, I think we just had to kill the haze bending there, right? And then the crazy part is, like, we have to kill the shimmers here. Like, the shimmers is so much better than the passing for them. Like, I would like to kill the passing, but, like, I don't know. That's a problem. They just, like, again, like, the problem with this build of the deck is that every single card they play has Spectra. I mean, they can, but they also play a lot of blue auras they could draw and, like, not be able to play anything with. Does this hand does not time skippers to kill multiple things here. So I think we're just going to rouse. I think if we throw 7 at them, we can try to clear some of the spectral shields here, hopefully. And then from there, we can kill the Genesis. Like, we have to kill Genesis. Genesis is #1 kill on spot, no questions asked. I want the assassin to be good, but the ability seems... Are you talking about her ability to, like, banish blue cards off the top of the deck? Because, like, that's actually, like, that ability is insane, right? Like, am I crazy? Like, that ability is, like, actually insane, right? The, like, ability is just crazy. If I can have a turn where they don't set up 2 auras, or, like, put multiple auras on the board, then we can use time skippers to clear the board and, like, really try to set up from there. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, the good news is that they only attack us once, and then that thing is also an auto kill on sight. If we have double blue here, or I'm sorry, triple blue, we might just try to go... we might just, like, try to block something if they attack, take 2 points of damage, and then go Time Skippers, Ode to Wrath, and Passing Mirage. I think that's okay. I don't know. I could be wrong. What are your thoughts on the new Assassin Dagger? Pretty sure it's legit. Seems to... I mean, I think the new dagger looks cool. Like, especially if it's real, right? Like, I know that, like, I know you said you think it's real, but it's like, I question if it is just because of, my skepticism there. But yeah, like, I definitely think, like that her, like, dagger is cool. I think it's actually pretty good, too. So, kill Ode here. So, in this hand, if like if the debilitated the buckling blow was a lead to charge, we could go blue lead to charge, use Tunic to throw one of these at Ode, and then throw Hammer at passing. So like we have potential here to, we're giving ourselves potential to use lead to charge to try and clear the way. Also, if we were running lead to charge, we would just have it in Arsenal here. Of course, I guess lead to charge also works with Command and Conquer here, so like that would work as well. And then yeah, we just get to do this way. The part that lets you play their blues from banish, yeah. You have to think though about a lot of blues and most decks are super weak. I mean, they are. I think that like that ability like really struggles into Guardian. Off the top of my head, like that's where it seems like it would really like, that's where it would shine. I think I just said struggle, but I think that's where it would shine. Would be into that matchup if I'm being honest. Would into Guardians. Kevin, yes, I am playing the go again attacks. We just haven't really seen any of them. We've seen some out muscles, like we've seen one out muscle. Yeah, and we played one rouse so far. Like that's really it. We haven't really seen a lot of the go again stuff. So unfortunately, like we're kind of doing what we can here. But no, we have not seen a lot of our go again cards. Because I am interested in trying to go again at them and then I don't think this is ever going to matter, right? Like this is just, that card's never going to matter here. So what we're going to do here is after they pass, we're going to, okay, just kidding. They're not going to pass. We're going to take one. I mean, that card's very good for them. The fact that they can play Cataclysm in this deck is like kind of like crazy good. We're going to kill Merciful Retribution. I'm just going to go ahead and pop the Tunic because I know I'm going to have to pay for it here. Yeah, there's a bug on Talishar, Kevin, with whatever's going on. I don't know what's up with this. Every time I swing my hammer, it goes to the graveyard. I truly don't know what's going on there, but like it really feels like a bug to me. Taryn, what are you doing? Our cat is like acting crazy right now. I don't know what she's doing. I think she might see a bug on the wall or something. I don't know. Yo, Donzai, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? So Alexander mentioned last game that like we might be able to like fatigue them, and like I guess it's possible. I'm gonna actually play this one all the way out and see if it's possible for us to like have some kind of fatigue plant here. Where like we're trying to like block efficiently and like actually fatigue them. Like we might be able to like run them out of auras at some point. I don't know. Like it feels highly unlikely, but I'm gonna try it to see what we can do here. Oh yeah, this version is way more favored into us than lag. 100%. 100%, brother. Absolutely. The graveyard knows we're a meme. One hammer only, please. Sir, one hammer only, please. Bro, that's great. I love that, John. That's so funny. All right, well, they were able to set up double aura again, and we don't have, man. Playing this really makes me think we could do this if we had triple lead to charge. Like, we actually decided to get back to the LGS and play. Well, dude, that's good, Donzai. I'm happy that you got to get out and play, man. That's awesome. I love going to local events and playing. I haven't gotten to a lot. 2 weeks ago, we went to Atlanta, and then this past weekend, we had friends with plans, so I haven't been able to play at like a local armory, which is funny because I have three kits from the March armory that I'm owed because I won. I think it's 3 of them. Yeah, it's 3 of them because there's like multiple cards you can get, and like there's 3 of them that like I need to get. This could also, like, if this is Iris Prism, this could also randomly be like a Rampart matchup that also kind of feels like a meme, but it could be. If they do this and then add an aura onto the board, like it's just so bad. Like that's the problem. Is that they get like when we get to this part of the game, this is where I think that fatiguing them is impossible. Because like we're leaking one every time they attack, and now we're trying to like I don't know. We're just like we're trying so hard to keep the board clear. And like the more haze bendings, the more Genesis, like the more like this. That's awful for me. Okay, I mean, like, it's fine because all they did was, like, play it and pass. Like, they're not attacking me, which is okay. So we actually get to attack them here, right? Like, am I crazy? We actually get to attack them here? Yeah, no, we get to attack them, and then we get to hammer the Ode to Wrath here, I think, is what we want to do. That's true. They aren't swinging a whole bunch on a lot of turns, which is, like, good for us. Like, this turn is, like, okay for us because, like, we're literally going to kill the Spectral Shields here. Like killing the Spectral Shields and, like, killing their Arclight Sentinel where they're actually not attacking us is really good for us. And yeah, Alexander, I do hear you. Like, I am sacrificing so many points for this one matchup that, like, I kind of feel like I'm starting to go a little crazy because of it. Like, I can definitely feel that, like, I'm sitting in a world where I'm like, man, like, I'm almost there. Like, I'm about to, like, get this matchup where I want it. And it's like, to what you're saying, like, I'm like, at what cost? Like, at what cost am I actually, like, winning this matchup? Yeah, no, he's 100% supposed to do that. He, like, my opponent did that incorrectly. I honestly think that to some extent, that's my only play into this matchup, is to hope my opponent plays incorrectly. That is probably true, Kevin. I'm probably just supposed to take it on the chin and just accept that it's a bad matchup. That is probably the play. I can probably just bring in time skippers, honestly, and just try to set it up in a way to where it's like, okay, I have time skippers. Like, we're going to try to, like, having time skippers, it's like, okay, like, we're going to try and do what we can here. But, like, outside of that, like, it just is what it is. I definitely should have let him activate Prism first. I'm not going to put anything on the bottom. It's fine. Yeah, so the protection is fine. Like, the Spectral Shields are obnoxious, but we can also deal with those later. But I do like this hand because we have the ability to... He doesn't even attack, which is great for me. Like, I know that my opponent probably saw this as a win for them because, like, they're getting to, like, try and, like, set up some stuff. But we get to kill the Angel and then use Tunic to kill the Shimmers. So, like, this is actually a really good line of play from us, for us. Hi, streamer. Hi, chat. What's up, Holden? How are you? Hey, Holden, I meant to ask you, are you coming to our ProQuest at the Blue Post on Saturday, brother? Or on Sunday? It's on Sunday, not Saturday. Don't think I'm trying to mislead you. Are you going to get to make it to that by any chance? I mean, the crazy part is, like, we're at 27 and, like, we've cleared a lot of the board here. Like, there are so many auras over here that we have dealt with, guys. Like, maybe if your opponent doesn't play correctly, it is possible to fatigue it. I don't know. Hey, Josh, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? The PQ is at 2 o'clock. It's at 2 o'clock on, I mean... I think we're just supposed to take 2 here. Like, I want to pitch this for, like, the next cycle here, I think. It's at 2 o'clock. But all my cards are with my buddy in Indy. Oh, well, dude, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Oh, I guess I'm actually supposed to block 7 there because the shield, like, represents more damage for them. I didn't consider that. I'm glad you're coming, though. I'm glad you're getting to come and hang out, though. Oh, we didn't draw any instants, so it immediately ended the turn. Now, you... What? Alright, so I don't know if it's actually doable, but we might have been able to fatigue them there. And I do agree, I think it was better for us to block 7 and then kill the Passing Mirage. That was, like, a very bad play for me, but... we might have been able to do it there. They only had 23 cards left, and they probably had a lot of Heralds there. So I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to mark that up as a win. Like, I think we might have actually fatigued that. I'm going to chalk it up as a win. I don't know that we were actually going to win that game, but I'm going to mark it up as a win. Let's come over here and fill out the fatigued Iris Prism still had some cards to go, but they conceded. I think I was going to fatigue them. Okay. Well, I mean, 4-3 was not exactly the outcome we were hoping for tonight, but looking at the overall matchup spread here, we went 1-2 into Iris Prisms, and there was potentially that second loss there. I might have been able to fatigue them to Alexander's Point, so it's something to think about. And then I went 3-0 into Lag Prism tonight. So, I mean, it's not bad. Like, I don't know. Time Skippers might be a good answer. I think there's still things to work on with the deck, but I don't know. Prism has a lot of trouble beating decks that ignore her life total and smack her board state all game. Yeah, if we can't get looped, yeah, I don't know. We use the Time Skippers to like try and clear it out. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if the Iris Prism deck can loop us. I don't think they can even loop us, can they? One time snap makes this matchup better than 3 leads. Keeps your other matchups basically the same. Just cut null room boots. So, I don't know about cutting the boots, man. Like, I know what you said about Snapdragon Scalers, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, my gut tells me that cutting null room boots from the list is just wrong. And I know that like I had null room boots in the list because of Dromai for the longest time. Like that was really why it was there. I went away from Arcane Lantern to that, but then we went to playing null room boots. So like only playing null room gloves would be really weird. I don't know. That's interesting. And honestly, I don't think I would play Time Snap Potion. Even if I was going to, I think I would just play 1 blue lead to charge. I don't think I would even play Time Snap Potion because Time Snap Potion is a turn where I'm having to take a turn off to play it and I'm not actually killing anything. So I think having blue lead to charge would be better in the deck. Maybe there's a spot where I can fit 1 blue lead to charge in the deck. I don't know. We're going to keep working on it. I'm going to try it again on Thursday. We're going to come back to this and we're going to like practice some more because this is a matchup I want to figure out. Iris can't loop. Actually, they can, but it's only 4 every turn, and you can fatigue them. That's fair. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think we learned a lot about the Prism matchup tonight. I do think that I have kind of maybe stepped a little too far out by adding Rampart for dash and by also adding Skippers and Double Hammer. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to play Double Hammer. Maybe the second hammer is supposed to be lead to charge. I don't know. Like, we're also, like, I've cut cards for other matchups. It's, like, really... I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and, like, think about it and try some different things. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate y'all being here. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching at, whatever it is. Hit that button. Really helps me out a lot. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow unless Curly and I decide to stream Fortnite, but you never know. We might. And then on Thursday, I'll be back playing out some more Flesh and Blood. Trying to work out some more things for the victor list. So come back on Thursday. Have a good night, guys.